You guys are at the top of the hill. You see a convoy forming just outside of Herria Magi with different people kind of stopping the carts, shunting some to the side, waving others through. Looks kind of just like a checkpoint. You guys are 5-10 minutes away.
Okay, so where should we hide all the notes that I've been taking from our lessons, Morak?
Well, I'm assuming they won't just look in our personal belongings. I know my notes are in Orcus, so I know I'm good. You just want to put yours in my stuff, and hopefully they won't see it?
Let's do that.
Okay. And Morak will, rustle and put all of the non-magic books in the top of his backpack.
Okay.
The magic ones. Hello. And most of his shit's in Orcus, so I think he's kind of in the clear.
Other stuff, or are you guys going to start just moving towards the checkpoint?
Is there anything else we need to hide?
I think we're good on hiding.
So the only thing still magical are me and Zeka, and we're going to try to pass it off as, not even pass it off, we're going to tell the truth and say that we're, Weave's Guard. Not part of the Weave's Guard, but scarred by the Weave.
Yes. I think that I know that we're going in together, and that our plan kind of has shifted, that we met each other on the convoy. I don't think any of us know how these Weave's Guard operate currently, since Kezia hasn't been here in a while. I want to suggest and almost demand, in a sense, that when we get to the checkpoint, yes, we will get there at the same time, but I don't want the town knowing that. I feel that whoever looks like a human will go in one group, and whoever doesn't, we will go in another group. And if they ask us anything, have separate stories, and we should stay at different inns so that they don't have any ideas about two arcane affected people living in the same place with a full entourage.
I see a lot of wisdom on that.
Scary looking people. Kezia, you're from here. Is there a market or something that we can meet at that's typically busy?
I mean, yeah, there's a market. It's in the center part of the city.
Is there a restaurant or some sort of communal meeting place?
Not
Like a
TGI
bar?
Fridays. I don't want to do that again.
No, I mean just like an outdoor market that if two groups that ran into each other on the road ran into each other again, we wouldn't attract any attention.
Yeah, it's just past the entrance, a bit more towards the eastern part of the city.
Okay.
Sorry, western.
Okay. Well, do you have a name for it or anything?
David?
It's kind of just an open source market. It's not really
Yeah, it's just a marketplace. They sell honey there sometimes, like a farmer's market.
Oh, we could meet at the honey stand.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, tomorrow, what times is the market typically busy? Kezia?
Frequently more so in the morning, but it still has some passage through at nighttime. What time is it even?
I feel I'm going to guess later in the evening, because if we were that close to us, either midday or evening, because if we were close to a city yesterday, we wouldn't have camped out at night if we were close to the city.
And the man's got plenty of points there. Reality warps to adjust to that.
Yeah,
Okay.
so have we had a long rest since the play? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. Gotcha, thanks.
At the highest point in the morning. Well, no, that's noon. Fuck, man. Time doesn't mean anything. At 8 a.m. we're meeting there because I want to sleep in a little bit.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Sure thing. Kezia, you know there's of course a TGI Thursdays in town that you can get to.
Yeah, there's a pretty tasty TGI Thursday.
Okay.
Does
Wait,
this
are we
chain
making
have
there for the honey
Draco
stand?
liches?
Where else are there are there multiple like taverns or places, inns to stay at?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a large city, so
Yeah.
I'm imagining there's multiple
Yeah.
places.
That part will not be difficult. The harder part will be David coming up with names.
We
That's
can
fine.
stay.
Fantasy name generator.
We can stay at the one that is next to the bakery, the Auntie Anne's.
Amphions.
Yes, I've heard that they have this thing called pretzels that I've never gotten to try before. And
Oh,
I'd love
they're
to
the
add
best.
I would love to add that to my repertoire.
If we're splitting
Yes.
up into two groups, it'll be the human presenting people, so like me, Kezia, and Zeka, right? Are we going with the same plan of Zeka is my younger brother, and we're bringing him here for whatever reason?
Let's do that.
All right.
All right, so team non-human, what's our story?
Well, I think Ode would say, well, I guess Sunny could go with the humans or the non-humans. I guess depending on what he wants to do. So, Sunny, what do you want to do?
I will go
Yes.
with my good friend Zeka and keep him safe from any harm. And the eyes
We're
flash
actually
red.
considering having you go with the others because you're, whenever you want to be, rather well spoken.
No, I think I shall go with Zeka.
You know what? Can't stop you there.
No, you can't.
So right, Morak, what are we gonna say? Going through. Obviously, I'm magical, so we gotta have some story that includes me, being messed up by the weave and us coming here for that. But
I was going to say that we are just honestly just rich people traveling into town. We're independently wealthy, and we thought it would be an interesting place to come to.
I like that fine, but then if I'm an independently wealthy person traveling magically or traveling with magic in me, they're gonna be real not happy about that. Whereas if I'm somebody who's traveling here because I have magic and don't want to anymore, they're much more inviting.
Yes. David, is he magical because of the Blightwalker thing, or because he's a furball?
Blightwalker.
Oh, okay. I was running under the assumption that it was you are inherently magical, my friend.
Not particularly.
Okay. We could just be wealthy people trying to research what's happened to our friend here.
I mean, there's no reason the two of y'all can't have that story, and I met you on the road or something. We are, three different races. It would be a little weird if we all just, grew up together or something like that.
I mean, I was just gonna say we're from Cathartus.
That's fair.
Oh, perhaps we could merge those stories and say that you had heard of Herria Magi from your magical curse, and we all knew each other from Cathartus, and Morak wanted to come. So we're all basically from Cathartus together, but Morak wanted to come to spend some coin, and you were interested in learning more about what opportunities there were for a magically cursed person like yourself.
Sure. Yeah, that's reasonable. I mean, I don't know enough about Cathartus.
Girlfriend or something.
Oh, I was thinking it kind of made more sense for me to be like a servant, like for you.
I mean, okay, but
I mean, I've got nothing against the idea of being your girlfriend, RT, but I just
Either way.
it could go either way. Which one do either of you think?
I mean, what do you want to be Artuk's girlfriend?
Yeah.
Okay, it's settled. You will pretend to be Artuk's girlfriend.
Right, that is how we will, move forward here, and that is the story we will go with when we are talking to them. That's it.
Artuk, are you good with that?
Yes, I can lie about that. Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'm real good at lying.
That's great. Okay, let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
Alrighty, which group is... Oh, wait, you guys are moving as one single thing and then you'll split off when it becomes relevant, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Fine.
Right.
Because I'm assuming it's a large caravan.
Yeah, no, that was just me getting ahead of myself. But, so as you guys move forward and as you guys just kind of get closer, first things for Artuk and... For all of you, first of all, you see clearly members of the Weavesguard are part of, like, this opening checkpoint. But it isn't just members of the Weavesguard. You see just more casually dressed, like people in just like bits of armor, like general kind of guard material, things of that nature. Very clearly distinct, whereas the Weavesguard look like edgy fuckers. These just look like kind of generic like NPC guards almost. Like they look indistinguishable with like okay equipment.
Sure.
Artuk and Zeka, what is your passive perception?
It is very good. 22.
Okay, yeah. The both of you actually see kind of off on the ends. There's one gate into town, first of all, and all the carts are either going through it or coming from it. And there's just all this kind of guard detail surrounding it. But off to the side, in kind of the sections where you see like certain carts are being pulled aside and being like investigated more so, you see like little dog patrols, like drug sniffing dogs going up and down the list, every now and then barking, and guys like kind of go towards it. But far off, the two of you see this kind of group of Weavesguard and this group of just kind of more general looking guards. You can't make out exactly what they're saying, but you can see, like, there is clear, like, arguments and, like, tension just between them. Like nothing, like, breaking out into, like, a brawl so much as, like, a lot of frustration between these two groups that, for you guys, is palpable.
Can I see them speaking?
It's pretty far away at this point. Give me a perception check if you're trying to lip read.
Or that is exactly what I'm trying to do.
Zeka, you can try that as well if you'd like.
Yeah, sure.
17.
Okay.
22.
Okay. Artuk, you're able to catch, just from the angle where you're looking at it, you see what the Weavesguard guy turn, you just can't see it. But the kind of regular looking guard is you just see every now and again catching, like, we are in charge here. Just because Major Fleet is out of commission does not mean that you are in charge. We get this. Stop fucking around. From the regular guard. Zeka, you get that as well. And you just kind of see these Weavesguard, like, a very quick chuckle, and then just kind of dismiss him. And then walk over to another one of the Weavesguard and just kind of say, like, start moving their patrols further towards the edge. They clearly are not able to handle this. And then they kind of snap and point towards a cart and start advancing towards it as you see just like a dog start barking. And you see it kind of get pulled to the side.
Okay.
And as you move closer, you eventually see this one cart. You see hop out the back of it is just kind of a small family isn't the right word because it's just kind of mixed. Like it is a handful of halflings and humans, just pretty clearly again look like farmers and peasants. And the dogs just like going off at them. They kind of look freaked out. And the Weavesguard escort them to the side. And with your perceptions, the two of you can see like the Weavesguard front up on them, get really close, and then just kind of rip away what looks like a small book from them, which the minute that you do, everyone can see like one of the halfling guys like just start going crazy trying to grab it.
Ooh. Can I make an Arcana check to see if I can see... I know it's far away, so it might be difficult, but can I make an Arcana check to see what it is?
Disadvantage, but yeah, go ahead. But yeah, everyone else, you just see this halfling start freaking the fuck out, and you actually hear him say, like, no, give it back, I need it, before just, like, the rest of his little, like, caravan kind of, like, restrains him as the Weavesguard kind of just drag it off. Drag the item off, that is. With a 6 for Arcana... it's tome, you know.
Yeah.
Could be a spell book, could be cursed, it could be mundane, and it just looks magical, and they just picked it up and took it away just as a precaution.
Gotcha.
You know, be the Book of the Dusk Dragon. He's really hopping on. He's going hard.
Oh Jesus! So not again.
So, does it look like they're like kind of throwing everything into a pile somewhere nearby, or?
No. It looks like there's kind of a guard station. 1 second. There's like a guard station, like it isn't on the map, but like thereabout, just off to the side where they are like collecting just items for right now. In fact, if you guys are in there long enough, you'll see every now and again like a wooden crate with just a few weave scarred head into the city from that building.
Gotcha. Okay, cool.
After just a few minutes, you guys are kind of broken into the lines where it's like pretty clearly like where people are actually being kind of put under the microscope, as it were. And you guys see just Weavesguard and these more general guards moving just kind of down the line. And every now and again, the dogs just start barking and just start like, and again, items are collected just based on whatever it is. But then you see that halfling, the one who just had the book taken from it, maybe 2-3 minutes pass, and then you just see him booking it towards where that supply house was, where they were like detaining the magic items. And within he gets maybe halfway across the road before you just see just like 2 Weavesguard you guys just barely notice, just tackle him like just straight to the ground and start restraining him as he just starts freaking the fuck out, just screaming, "No, I need it. You don't understand. It's the only thing that matters. It's the only thing that matters. Just let me have it. Just please, just let me see it for just a minute. I'll give it to you right after." And pretty quickly after, they kind of take him up and take him towards like a second like outpost along the side. Separating him from the group as some of the more general guards seem to be calming them down for a bit. One person from each group roll a d20.
I got you.
Oh, he's got us.
All right.
Go 11. Good. Middle of the road. Not good. Not bad. A little bit better than good.
Well,
Okay,
that's one
well,
S20.
Do we want to go
one
first?
S20.
Eric, do you want to go first or not?
Fuck it. Let's go first.
All right, Eric. Then you see yourselves eventually. Yeah, eventually you see more of the Weavesguard after that situation is kind of stabilized a little bit. You see that wider cart with people taken off to the side, and some guards begin to question them. You guys, though, you see the Weavesguard coming towards you, and just very naturally, you guys kind of separate into 2 lanes, and the non-human party just kind of pulled forward because some of the carts ahead clearly just got chewed in faster than the others. And you just see this patrol come towards you, and immediately, when they are within like 5 feet, when they are within like 20 feet of Artuk, animals for a while didn't like you. With relatively good reason. This isn't 1-to-1, but it's giving you a bit of a flashback to it, because the minute that they get your scent, the dogs just start like barking like crazy, and you see a handful of these ones are actually Weavesguard, just 2 Weavesguard, kind of the mean looking ones, the melee dudes effectively, are pulling up to you with one of the dogs and a single, more traditional guard with them as well.
Question. This gate that we're in, is there like grass around us, or like is it like stone at this point? Is the grass growing up through the stone? Like how?
There's definitely grass growing up through the stone, and it's like, a few feet away, there's where the road isn't anymore, and there's grass. But like you're not like stood on it or right next to it.
Understood.
But yeah, you see these Weavesguard and guards approaching you with the dog just freaking the fuck out. Do you guys do anything?
I wince a little with the dogs coming, but that's just because it's bad memories. Otherwise, I just kind of stand there.
Alrighty. The Weavesguard comes up, and it is like they've got them on a leash, but they are really like like barking and heal. It instantly calms, but it is like if a dog could glare at you, Artuk.
Sure.
What's the nature of this? Addressed straight to Artuk.
Of your dog's barking?
Yes. What magic do you have?
Oh, right. Sorry, that's part of the reason I came here, right? Is all of a sudden, not too long ago, well, the plants and animals and stuff like your dog and shit. It's easier shown than spoken, and I point to the grass that's underneath my feet, or the grass around, and I let go of the control that I've been learning slowly over the past few months.
Okay.
I let the cracks, or I let the energy seep through the cracks. I give up my hold.
Okay, what does it look like?
You see, there's sort of a Artuk always looks like he's a little bit hazy-eyed, like he's concentrating on something kind of passively most of the time. And for, just a brief moment, I sort of break that and look like I actually, you didn't realize that my shoulders were tensed until in this moment I let them relax just for the briefest instant. And suddenly, just within, a few feet of me, the grass that was growing up through the cracks begins to go from the, strongest of the green grass that managed to grow out between the cobblestone to weaker and weaker looking as it shrivels slowly into brown, crumpled, dead grass, almost like it's been in the sun too long. And then sort of just stalks of it begin to just fall off of the root pieces, and what's left is sort of just trampled brown mush.
Yeah, and
then I sort of tense again and let myself, bring my control back.
The instant that you kind of release control for just a little bit, you see the dog, which had been calmed, just start growling and just start immediately barking again. You see the guy holding it whoa, what the fuck? The one who is looking at you is like, go ahead.
All of a sudden this started happening. It's real hard to live a life when everything around you dies and hates you. And I'm just tired of it. I heard I could hear is good for that.
I see. You see him pull out a clipboard. And when did this begin? To what extent does this function? Is Ode and Morak are they obviously a part of Artuk's group?
Yeah.
Okay. He kind of just starts to trying to take down just some basic notes. When did this begin? How contained is it? How did this start? Things of that nature. And he's kind of addressing the wider group.
Sure. I only ever give as much information as what I just showed. The story I'm telling is that it's nothing beyond, killing some plants around me and making dogs growl.
Okay.
Everything else about when it started, I'm truthful about. I guess I leave out anything that's about me from being from a group of, magical druids.
That wise. Ode, Morak, do you guys kind of add to it at all?
Oh yeah, Ode nods at everything Morak says. Or sorry, Artuk says. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
And these two, traveling alone like that isn't good. So they came with me. They're friends of mine. This is also my girlfriend, and that's how they're here and why they're here, and I'm here because that, right?
Ode's nodding doesn't change at all. She's like, mm-hmm, yep, yeah.
Roll deception.
Absolutely, not my strong suit. I have any advantage from being aided, or is this
Sure.
Oh, yeah, you totally look how
convincing Ode is.
Ode's body language. You guys know that they're.
Sure, go ahead. Yeah, you have advantage.
Yes, I got it.
That advantage mattered.
Yes, it did.
God,
Casanova over here.
All right, natural 19 plus nothing.
Holy fuck! It could have been
That's
so
probably what you
good.
Just about.
It could have been so good. You could have gotten a natural 1. You could have kicked
That
off a
would've
fight.
played
You get
so
killed
well.
immediately. Come
Ode's
on.
nodding. I feel like they weren't vibing at all and saw Ode nod, and they were like, "Oh yeah, well,
Yeah.
she's nodding."
I feel like
you see
Ode,
the
Ode was like, I feel like Ode and Morak were cringing at how bad my lying was, but the guard took that cringe as like a solemn sadness for my story from them.
you do get, with your hive insight, you pick up that as soon as you say that Ode is your girlfriend, you see him like roll his eyes dart to Ode, see her nodding, and he's like, wait, what? Hold on.
Oh, okay.
Oh shit, okay. Okay. You two wait here. He gestures to Artuk then. Follow me. This will only take just a moment.
Right. Sure. I'll be right back, y'all.
And as he kind of
Can I
leads you
go with that?
away,
Ode gives Artuk a meaningful look of like, "We'll be right over here if you need us. Just shout, and we'll run over."
It's a very meaningful look.
me and Ode do that.
Like, Morang is just in awe of it working. and he's just like dumbfounded at the whole thing. He just has that face on him. Like, he had a plan and he just doesn't care anymore.
I feel like Artuk completely and totally was not able to actually lie that well. It's just between the whole like trying to convince them that Ode is his girlfriend thing, as well as just being like, combination of telling a little bit of the truth and being depressed about it, being horribly flustered and like red to the face about the whole lie. He just like was such a mess of emotions that they couldn't read him anyway.
I like it.
I like that. That's canon now. But as they kind of take you off to kind of that guard tower where they took that halfling earlier, you are brought in and just taken to a table just there where they have just a clipboard, start filling a bit of stuff out. And all right, what is your nature of the curse? Plant decay. Like, he's just kind of very quickly writing like a very brief synopsis of what you describe as your curse.
Sure. And like I said, I'm giving the bare minimum.
Your name?
Art.
Just
Just Art.
no last name?
Never had one.
All right. And you see him actually after just a few minutes of more paperwork, he's just kind of working through. Make a perception check.
Exception it is. 22.
You see, like, out of the corner of your eye, there's a few other rooms in here. You basically just entered the main room so they could finish filling out this paperwork in private. There's a few more isolated rooms in there, and you see one. The door is cracked open just a little bit.
Sure.
And inside, you see the halfling man who was dragged off earlier, and you can just make through the crack of the door. He is being bound in a straitjacket, very clearly forcibly.
Oh shit.
And the rest of it, you see like we've scarred clearly covering his mouth, trying to keep him as silent as possible. And eventually, you do notice one of them, for just a moment, pull out this kind of metal needle. And at that point, that one of them notices the door is just a little open and closes it.
Sure. So, over the duration of the time that I was watching that, I want to have paid very particular attention to every item on his person, what he was wearing, if he had any any possessions with him, more what he's wearing, if he has jewelry at all of any sort.
The halfling, right?
Yes.
Roll just what would this be? Roll an intelligence check, just to try to commit it to memory. There's some stuff that you'll be able to get down for sure, but just to see if you get the finer notes.
Oh, wow. Good roll. -1.
Okay. With that, you see, clothing, it's pretty standard stuff. It's it's like workman's long johns, like a white, like dirty white shirt that's going more towards like beige and tan, just because it's been out in the dirt forever.
Sure.
Halfling, a little taller than Kezia, but very mildly so. Short brown hair, a little scar above, just kind of on his temple.
Sure. I don't really care too much what he's wearing. I just take note of it, keep it in mind, make sure that I have a mental image of it.
Sure thing.
As well as the straitjacket they put on him.
Yes, the straitjacket is like one from like those horrible like 1920s asylums. Like this is like way more about restraining him so he doesn't hurt other people rather than like keeping himself safe.
Gotcha. Cool. I just take that to memory.
And were you looking for like anything else beyond just his general appearance? You don't see any like immediate like jewelry. You see him like straining and like clearly like trying to get away from them though.
Yeah, no, nothing very particular. I just want to note right now that I took all of his belongings and clothing that he had on him to memory.
All right, and with that intelligence, you absolutely can commit that to memory.
All right, gotcha.
And around the time that finishes, the Weavesguard member hands you basically a piece of paper just to confirm. You go over it. It's the story that you've given in very sparse details. So, magic is destroying plant life around it. Name, art, things of that nature. You can't read it.
Yep, I just nod.
And then he hands you just kind of like... badge isn't quite the right word. In any case, he gives you a little like identification object with... and it just has, like, you're able to recognize individual letters. I will say you've learned how to read art. You've learned how to read art on it, and a few numbers beneath it, and he hands it to you. If anyone stops you, present it to them. They will confirm your identity. This is to make sure that we don't have anyone.
David, I'm so sorry. I just thought you said the most profound statement of you've learned how to read art. I forgot that was the name that he gave.
I was thinking the exact same thing.
You understand now. You can read it. You understand like no one else has ever understood in your entire life.
Yeah, no, that's just my terrible lying way of trying to give them a fake name.
What's your name? Art. Well, he's not lying, so I don't know what to do with that. But he hands you just this little ID. Badge isn't quite the right word, but I'm gonna call it a badge.
Sure.
Rejoin your group. You'll be allowed inside. Just again, present this if you're ever stopped. Present this to ensure. Otherwise, we will have to detain you.
All right, gotcha. Thank you all.
Certainly. He also, right before you go, he also says, "Oh, one moment. The treatment centers, they are towards the center of... they're near the reclaimed bastion, just outside of it to the northwest side of the city."
Gotcha, thank you.
For seeking treatment, report there. We will see when we can get to you.
Understood, thank you.
And he heads back to file paperwork. You head out, rejoin Morak and Ode, and feel pretty good about where you're at right now.
Gotcha.
Even as you move forward, you do see for sure, like, the guards, the dogs and stuff are still, like, just by their nature going to begin to growl at you. And, like,
sure.
But if you present the little ID thing, it is immediately waved aside.
Gotcha.
Wait,
or at least they...
David, so what is the dispersion of... You said it was like half Weavesguard, half just normal city guard. So who took him into a room?
The Weavesguard took him into the room.
Okay.
That does remind me, though, you did notice that you didn't actually see any normal city guards in that room with the man with the straitjacket. Or, for that matter, any other of... You had a pretty limited scope, but that entire building, you just did not see any of the city guards. You saw them on the outside, but none on the inside. And yeah.
Noted.
So, are we going through the main gates now?
Yeah, we can go into town now. They cleared me.
Okay, let's go.
All right.
And after just a few minutes, you see like more people being pulled aside in this way you are, and you're just kind of held up. It's like going through TSA pre-check. It's taking time. And we'll use that moment just as you guys enter. Yes.
I was gonna say once we get through the gates, Ode says to Artie, like, Artie, I guess we must have had pretty good chemistry in there.
Right. Yeah. That's 100. Yeah.
Well, you should tell us what happened when they took you back to the room.
Oh, right. We
fade away.
Yeah.
Fade away. So, just to be clear, what does Zeka look like right now?
Very handsome.
Got it. He's executed immediately for threatening their beauty.
So he's in a halfling-sized wheelchair with a blanket over his legs.
Oh, is it halfling size?
No, it's normal.
No, I think it was normal
Okay.
sized.
I just like that the halfling in a wheelchair had a normal-sized wheelchair.
I got the wrong one first.
No.
I have a blanket on my lap to try and help cover my legs. I have a baking book in my hands that I'm kind of shuffling through.
Okay.
And I don't know. I guess Byron's pushing my wheelchair, and I'm just looking kind of expectantly, I guess, at the dogs because I know that they're gonna come after my ass.
All right. Kezia, what are you up to right at this moment?
Kezia is just standing half behind Byron, like next to him, but like if she were to be, if she has one foot always behind, her left foot's always behind his right, sort of thing.
She's just waiting to trip him.
Yeah, she's waiting to kick his shoes up. No, that's just where she's standing, and she just looks stone-faced.
Gotcha.
Stone-faced as she can be.
Are you looking for, just as, for being from the city, are you looking for anything in particular?
At this moment, no. I'm just trying to look like a normal person, as best as Kezia knows how, which is not look at anything, think, and just constantly think the thoughts, do not be suspicious.
Okay.
Because Kezia is so bad at that.
One thing, just, you remember town, there was the guard. The Weaves Guard seemed to have a little more influence on this checkpoint than when you were here last. Just, it seems It seems different. It seems like the ratio used to be, here's this kind of agreement between this organization and the city guard to help. It seems a lot more like the organization is exerting a lot more influence than the actual guard.
Okay.
Just something to be aware of. But yeah, as much as before with Artuk, eventually you see the guard dogs and the Weaves Guard begin to approach you. You see, like, ahead of you on a cart, like, the little, like, angled mirror they have to, like in spy movies when they're checking that no one's underneath the cart or, like, hiding a bomb or anything. Like, on the cart immediately in front of you investigating it. And then they come up to you guys just kind of... just to getting your... well, two of you getting your steps in.
Yeah.
And the dog just kind of begins to growl at Artuk. This one actually you see
My name's
is...
Zeka.
God damn it! You see a normal guard begin to approach Zeka with
as
one
soon
of
as
the
the
dogs.
dog shows any like aggression, Byron will stop pushing and like move to like protect Zeka and just kind of look around like, "What are you doing?"
All right, and just one point clarification: you see
Very
two normal guards. You see
his
two
partner.
normal guards and one of the Weaves Guard this time. The one Weaves Guard is holding the dog. We're here to.
Oh, as soon as he sees that the dog's being held, he'll be like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Stand back up. How can I help you, sir?"
These are the normal guards speaking. We're here to see what is the nature of the magic here.
He'll look down at Zeka's legs, kind of get like one of those like like forced smile things, look up and be like, "Well,
He's wearing a blanket.
It's sort of one of those knowing looks. It's kind of like
Oh, okay, I got you.
look down, look up, and being like, I'll put it to you this way: we're here for a reason. We don't like to talk about it very often.
My legs got fucked up by magic.
There we go.
All right, you know what?
And how were they damaged? Was it a mage? Was it a wild magic storm?
It was a wild magic storm, I believe, right?
Yes, he went out one night whenever there was a wild magic storm, despite the fact that we told him he should stay inside, and, well, here we are.
But I see the world, and now I paid for it.
Either way,
Right.
we're here to hopefully get him treatment so that he can walk again.
I see.
Which, while you're here, and he'll point towards the Weaves Guard man, it's kind of like, would you happen to know how much treatment will end up costing?
That depends on the exact nature of it. I unfortunately do not know, but the men who are handling treatment understand it better. They'll be able to give you a better idea, and if treatment's even an option.
We can't afford a lot because we just bought wedding rings for our wives.
All right, that's it.
Continuity.
Deception.
Oh no.
Byron, you
yeah.
got to make one too.
Oh wait, I have to
Yes.
make one?
Yep.
Oh,
Otherwise,
Both of you
That
make
was not what
deception
I wanted.
checks.
no. Oh, beans.
20.
20.
Roll below a 10.
That's a 3. To be fair,
As you say, where you go, for our wedding rings, he just looks at you like you're like 14.
Yeah, I'll just kind of look up, walk over and be like, listen, you might be able to tell the lad's not been the same since. And in order to help keep his spirits up, we like to have these sorts of things of, hey, you're going to get married, we'll even buy the wedding rings for the future happy young lady. And doing things like that. You understand, don't you? You have to keep spirits up somehow.
Look over at Kezia. And
Stone faced.
And why is she here?
I just wave.
Well, she was the one that told us about you all.
And how
That you could help us.
And how did she find out about this? What town specifically?
Oh, where are we from?
Yes.
We are from Brinsburn.
You see him kind of like going in his head and trying to think of, and then just after a minute, just shake his head. Fine. He points at Kezia. You wait here. He looks for justice. You see the Weaves Guard is like about to say to gesture to one of the guards and be like to bring, and then just the other two are just like, no, just shut him down. The two of you come with us this way.
All right. Lass, please keep our place in line. We'll be back in a matter of time.
Uh-huh.
Clunk, 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 across the cobblestone and the
All right.
fucking wheelchair.
And Jesus Christ, the wheelchair will never stop surprising me. But as you guys kind of enter that same building that Artuk went into, you actually see on the outside, just on a little bench, you see that halfling man in a straitjacket, just kind of. Zeka, make a medicine check.
Can do that. Ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba, 19.
He's not conscious right now, but he just looks a little off, he's just very still. He is not dead, but he seems almost like sedated. And after just a moment, you just see one of the Weaves Guard you actually see like a few of the Weaves Guard clear out. The one that kind of escorted you and the two guards kind of sit you at a table. Right, Brinsburn, and you said it was a wild magic storm, correct?
Yes.
he just starts kind of asking, rather than go through the whole rigmarole, he starts asking just for, like, details, just like, what date, in what general area, things of that nature.
I will make up all of it
Roll deception.
on the spot.
He also
Can't
asks
get below
just,
a 20.
he just
And I'll
says also,
nod
what is your name?
agreeingly.
Oh god, no!
That's a 20.
Does that give him an advantage since I was nodding?
I can't roll below a 20.
Yeah, go ahead and have advantage. Zeka, what do you give them as your name?
I tell them my name is Z.
And how do you spell that?
Oh, Z-E-E.
They look over at Byron like, is that I don't want to
Well,
like they don't want to
my
undercut
name is-
you, but they don't quite.
Well, my name is K, K-A-Y. Our parents really like letters of the alphabet for some reason.
Huh.
Look, there. That's a whole nother can of worms to open another time.
Okay.
We get to open more worms today?
God.
No Z. Not today.
No.
Maybe later.
I see. And what was it that you both were doing before you came this way?
Well, I personally have been working on hopefully becoming a storyteller. I heard this is a big city. I was hoping to spread interesting tales.
Interesting. So you'd like to go out and speak to people?
I've been told I'm rather decent at it, so
I see. And you, Z?
So I am a baker by trade, and I like to bake things. And I heard that Auntie Anne was here, and I would like to learn the art of weaving bread into fun shapes and putting salt on top of it.
Uh-huh! Their attention drifts back towards K. Right.
Who's just kind of, you just see him just kind of like pinch the bridge of his nose and shake his head. It's kind of like, the kid has some interests. Who am I to judge?
Well, if you're interested, you mentioned a question of treatment. We have been expanding our operation here for some time, and we always need people who are good at speaking to spread our message, get as much word out as possible. And it could assist you in affording treatment for your brother?
Yeah.
Well, if you are interested in that, I'm not sure the exact specifics, but I'm certain that we could see to it that you are taken care of.
Do you perhaps have like a business card or something that I could hold on to in case it comes up?
When you seek treatment, you'll be in the middle of many of our organization. So, once you are there, one moment. He actually takes a scrap of paper and writes down a quick name. Callan. 1 second.
Callan.
He is our high speaker within the city and would be in charge of recruitment for you. Should you be interested, it would certainly allow for more flexibility for the two of you, and perhaps offer you a future.
I thank you. Thank you very much for this opportunity. I think I'll definitely look into it. I appreciate it.
Certainly. And he kind of hands over that same identification badge. Zeka, weave, like, scarred by weave, magically, like, legs were messed up, basically.
Doesn't it say Z, not Zeka?
It does indeed. Damn
I
it.
think you mean it does indeed.
And Z...
Aha!
Oh, shit.
I like how there were
Kezia
no
appears
questions
in
you
the
guys
building
were-
again.
I can see clearly now. The rain is gone.
Oh my god.
You and your puns.
Alright, well, if that's
But
all,
yes.
you can rejoin. You may rejoin
Okay.
the others of your group. Others. Sunny's technically there.
Oh, Sunny. I
Uh,
forgot Sunny was there.
I guess does this Weavesguard join us as we walk out, and then if so, is that halfling still comatose out front?
You actually see him. You see him wave you off, and you two can make perception checks. Zeka, you have disadvantage because you're in a wheelchair, so you have to spin your entire body around as you're getting wheeled out to sea.
Thanks to me.
That'll be a 14.
Oh,
In spite of it, you forgot that they put up a mirror on the inside of the door, so you just looked in that while Byron's like trying to look just around the corner of his shoulder. But you actually see, as the door closes, you see just out of the corner of your eye, this Weavesguard pull out another syringe, actually, and approach the halfling and actually give him a, injection right in the neck. And then the door closes.
And then, yeah. Just, It's awful seeing the strange things that magic can do to people. And he'll look down at Zeka with something fucked up's going on here. And just keep going.
Zeka, with your 22 in perception, you actually see that as it does that, the halfling's eyes, open up, but they are, glossy after getting it. And they don't, react, but they are, yeah, you get it.
Huh.
And
Almost like he had been brainwashed, kind of a glossy, or is it too
more
different
like
to
if he's hopped up on morphine and isn't quite aware of it. Eyes super dilated and just doesn't seem quite aware of anything right
tell?
then.
Gotcha. Okay.
Kezia,
Mm-hmm.
roll a perception check while you're in line.
13.
Just as you pass by, you just see a few wanted posters just kind of posted on the immediate outside on just a few boards.
Oh. Okay. Am I able to see the designs on any of them?
One says just wanted for arson, theft and assault. The Azure Shadow.
It's what?
The Azure Shadow. And another is just looks old, but you see 5 gold you see wanted dead. And you see a little raccoon stylized on the wanted poster. Wanted dead. Conspiracy to commit murder. But yeah, those are the only ones you immediately see. And at this point, Z and K rejoin with you.
Wait, I just now realized, are we fucking Men in Black? Our goddamn letter names?
Oh my god. I didn't even think about that.
Hello, lass. We're back. I think I may have gotten a job lined up. Those nice Weavesguard fellows were offering for me to possibly get a job with them, speaking and telling their story.
Oh, that is lovely.
It'll be a great way to make some money and finally get Z the treatment he needs. It's been a long time coming, but I'm excited for life to really seem to be coming my way.
Oh, yes, this sounds so good.
This seems like a great idea. You've had incredible struggle finding employment recently. Truly, I wasn't
Okay.
sure if you would be able to find anything.
Okay, so let's move
At
inside.
one point, well, there's like a lull. Byron will just kind of lean down and be like, "Guys, do you know how to act?"
She just laughs nervously.
I'll need to teach you one of these days. If there's one thing I've learned, it's commit to the bit.
And she kind of just like motions down, like whispers, like not like whispers. She whispers into Zeka's ear. There's a look. There's a wanted poster. Look, there's a wanted poster for a raccoon.
Wait, what?
Look at the wanted posters.
Is that a fucking raccoon?
Mm-hmm.
Conspiracy to commit murder.
That's one ballsy raccoon.
Is it like a normal ass raccoon, or is it like? Wait,
Looks a little chubby.
Like he
does
gets...
it look like Bailey?
Yes.
Wait, why? How? What the fuck is your familiar?
It's Bailey.
It's Bailey. It's Bailey, the greatest thief of them all. But as you guys walk in, both groups separately, but we're going to kind of tackle this at the same time. You see, like, immediately on entering, you see like a town crier kind of just standing at the front. And just kind of, I'm gonna say, Ode, roll a d6. You just hear, just bellowing, just kind of at the top of the lungs, to, like, all the people entering and exiting, just like, a general reminder, Major Jonas Fleet will be stepping down as militia captain for the immediate future, but in pursuant to what he has described as a personal matter. He has asked that anyone interested in resolving his personal matters, he is ready to compensate and can be found at the Shadowed Lantern Tavern for the next few nights. And you guys just kind of hear that on your way in.
Shadow Lantern Tavern?
Yes. Yeah, Major Jonas Fleet.
Oh, I thought you said Shadow Lab turned tavern. And I was like, what was the Shadow Lab that got turned into a tavern?
Hold on, I have a new building I'm going to add. Right next to the former Shadow Lab.
We're working on the permits turned into a tavern.
You just see like a cage, and it's filled with like Peter Pan-esque shadows that are like trying to get out. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
It's been so long since I've seen Peter Pan.
Hang on. I'll see if I can find a GIF.
Alrighty. Oh, and just while you guys are going through, you also see just a handful of, like, wanted posters. None immediately jump out to you. It's kind of just like Descent in the City, like, acts of terror, burglary. Nothing immediate, but you do see just a lot of wanted posters just throughout the town as you move through it.
Are there wanted posters for, like, used magic, has a magic item, like...
Yes.
Or are they, like, actual, legit, like, town guard wanted posters?
It's a mix of the two. You see, like, some that are just general theft. You see some that are, like, inciting terror, use of magic. You notice that, like, pretty much any time that magic is mentioned, either inciting terror or extreme violence is joined with it. So, things of that nature. But there are definitely ones that, like, specifically tag, these are mages or magic-adjacent people who are wanted. And just different ones, like, some say, like, meet with the militia captain, some say pursuant parties interested, report to the Reclaimed Bastion and meet with the Weaves Guard. Like, that, honestly, that one, in that regard, is a little inconsistent. Just because it kind of goes between a few different people.
Okay, Morak's gonna walk up to someone, like either a guard, like a non-Weaves guard.
Gotcha.
Good day, sir.
Evening.
My friends and I are looking to find somewhere to stay the night. What's the nicest establishment in the city?
Well, there's that Golden Sturgeon. Ah, no, it got closed for health code violations. Damn it.
Oh, jeez.
I would say probably the Featherlots. It's near the it's near the old Shadow Lab.
Could you just point me in that direction?
Yeah, no, sure. It's here. I'm not doing anything right now. I can guide you, and he will, if you guys allow him to, he will just take you to it.
I mean, I like turn to Ode and Artuk and kind of make a face that's like, you guys good?
I just shrug.
Okay. Yes, take us there, kind sir.
All right. And as he leads you through the town, you see once you're in town, it's a little back to more what you'd expect of kind of just more normal guards. Just at least you every now and again you see Weaves Guard walking around, basically like in pairs of 2 or 3, just kind of patrolling just random corners. But it's certainly back to being more guards. But as you move through, you eventually catch a just quick clearing where you just see like a just big group of Weaves Guard just speaking. And just as you pass by, it seems like they, in random parts, kind of collect around each other.
I know more actually try to stay away from that shit.
Alrighty. Yeah, and with minimal effort, you can just continue to follow this guard right towards the Featherlots.
Hey.
Yep. Artuk's keeping as wide a berth around anybody official looking as he can.
Alrighty. And yeah, you guys eventually reach the Featherlots, which is like a more upscale like tavern than you've been to in a while. Like it's like a few stories high, and like the outside actually is like a very well built, well maintained like wooden structure, mix of wood and stone. And on going inside, it's like the bottom floor is it's almost looks like a hotel lobby on one half, and the other half is like a more general tavern. Like it looks a lot more like a hotel than a place to drink.
Gotcha. So the place to eat's basically just there to serve me continental breakfast.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll walk up to the front desk.
Alrighty. And yeah, you see a human woman, kind of looks like Miss Frizzle actually, with red hair, kind of frizzy like that.
Miss Frizzle?
What was that?
Current or old Miss Frizzle?
Old Miss Frizzle. Good lord.
Oh.
Good lord. You should be ashamed of that question. But old Miss Frizzle sitting behind the thing. Can I help you? I'm not doing a Miss Frizzle impression.
That's fine. I didn't expect you to do a Miss Frizzle impression.
You just said that in Morag voice.
You know, it takes time to amp up. Okay, Mary, get off me, please. Hi, Miss Frizzle. My name's Morak. These are my friends. We'd like a room.
Certainly. Would you like our executive suite or?
Yes.
And kind of looks over at Ode. Looks over at Ode and Artuk. The honeymoon suite.
Oh, Jesus.
I mean, do you have a room for 3 people? Possibly with 2 separate rooms in it, and then a communal room.
Certainly, I can find one. I can find one of those. Give me just a moment to see what we have currently available. And she kind of just go and just slides down, open a book, and kind of just flips through.
No, wait. She works at the end, and she doesn't know what
she works at the end. That like probably is 8 rooms.
I feel like David. If she doesn't know, she will just run up the stairs and find out real quick.
She'll go check every room.
You see a bead of sweat.
Hotel with 1,000 rooms in it.
And she's gonna have a computer
so she doesn't check in.
She's new to the job, doesn't really know the place yet.
Check in. She's never seen if they check out. They might just still be.
You guys see a Draco Lich appear? No.
You guys notice that she's wearing. You guys notice that she's wearing a uniform that has like a couple drops of blood on it, and the name tag doesn't match.
Oh God.
It's an inside job.
They're actually heisting this hotel. She was part of the insertion group and isn't doing well.
Behind her, there's a closet that's almost all the way shut, and you see a hand dangling out the bottom.
Oh God. This went from D&D with Miss Frizzle to Hitman Blood Money real fast.
She has a barcode on the back of her head.
Oh God. But she's able to find a 3-person room pretty damn easily. It's 20 gold a night.
I would hope
20
so.
gold a night.
Yeah.
I'll pay
Damn,
it.
that's cheap. I'm excited though. Yes, we will take it.
Fantastic. She hands you the key to the room, and a separate smaller key, and says the minibar is free to use.
Okay, which room is it?
There's a number 7 on the key ring.
Okay, cool. We will just go to the room.
Guys, this is a nice fucking room. Like there's normally like hotels, like if you like it's fine, but it's a little cramped, especially if you have more than 2 people. This is it's more like there's just plenty of space. You actually have a little bit of a nice view. I mean, this is not that great of a city to look at. It's just a kind of a city, but you know, at least you have a balcony to it. And a shared little common room as well.
Might be the nicest room I've ever been in ever.
I mean, it's okay, honestly.
Oh yeah, Morak, it ain't nothing for you.
It's nothing on Cathartian hotels. But do any of you guys? This is the first hotel I've ever been in where you don't put down money when you get in. She kind of just gave us the key and said, "Go."
Artuk
This is
paid.
awesome.
Yeah, I paid.
You paid?
Yeah, I figured 20 gold was, you know, it's metal and this is a room for the night. There's a pretty big difference in worth.
Oh, I just didn't know that anybody paid. I thought she just gave us the key. That's on me. I was
No problem.
And at that point, you
I'm
see Miss
crazy.
Frizzle climbing up because she absolutely is in the middle of heisting this hotel.
I'm trying to rob this place blind. So, yes. What's your guys' plan? Like, Artok, we can share this room over here. Unless you guys want to role play a little bit more. If you know
We're
what I
good. We can share this room, Morak.
mean. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I'm just guys.
Well, actually, since we're here, I kind of wanted to talk to you guys about something. But I'll take a step back and say, David, did we switch back to our group? Because I don't know if we want to like keep focusing on Will's group until he has to leave.
Yeah, no, let's jump back over to them, and then we'll jump back to you guys in the hotel room. That way they can at least be in the city and that's taken care of, and it's not just, yeah. But okay. But yeah, as you guys are walking in then, or being wheeled into the city, yeah, Zeka, roll a d6.
4. Damn it.
Okay.
That's the one number I didn't want.
Oh my god. As you are going through, again, you guys get in just a little later to the city. You see the town crier is still kind of at arms, but instead of what he said about the major having a job that he wants to, you know, get out, you instead hear, as a general reminder, there will be a citywide curfew for the next few weeks, beginning at 11 o'clock, in response to the acts of carnage committed by various mages in the recent weeks. This curfew is mandatory, and anyone caught outside after hours, they will be detained and punished. Furthermore, I would like to extend a general thanks to the Weaves Guard, who have generously offered to assist the militia in enforcing this curfew until the majors responsible have been apprehended. And you guys just kind of walk on past.
Okay. We made it into the city. Good job, guys.
We did.
Acts of carnage.
Who knows? I mean, I haven't been here before. Do you know what sort of acts of carnage they'd be speaking of? Well, I guess I'll grab a random person off the street and be like, excuse me, what are these acts of carnage?
You see a guard walking back from escorting another group to their hotel. And you grab the same dude.
Sir, by chance, would you be able to explain to me what sort of acts of carnage have been happening of late?
Oh yeah, no. So apparently about 3 weeks ago, a handful of mages tried to storm where the Weaves Guard are set up in, and caused apparently a lot of fucking mayhem out there. They've been looking for a few because some of them got away, and they were mighty pissed for the last few weeks. They've been keeping eyes out.
I suppose with the curfew happening and all, would you be able to perhaps guide us to a relatively cheap tavern that we could stay in?
What is that noise?
I have no idea.
In any case,
Sorry, I'm taking off my pants.
Oh, that explains it. The microphone is... Never mind.
Yeah, it's connected to his fly.
It's the only place I could attach it to.
Yes.
1 second.
No, we only have fancy taverns here. Get the fuck out.
Yeah, sure thing. I can take you over to the Steins Gate.
Wow. Oh, I've heard that's... Do they also have shows there?
Not recently. They ended up their last show a few weeks ago.
That makes sense. Well, yes, please. Lead the way, by all means.
And he will start taking you over to the Steins Gate.
I'm gonna keep an eye out if I see any little like kiosks with interesting foods of any kind.
You haven't had a pretzel, right?
I've never had a pretzel. I know of their existence in the headcanon that I developed this game, but I've never had one.
It's kind of like in New York, just all the street food. There's just like, or like if you're going around like the zoo or like an amusement park, there's just like a like a little like moving kiosk that's like hot dogs, pretzels,
Pretzel hot dogs?
pretzel buns. Yeah.
Oh.
Ooh, can we get? Hey, that's a
Yes, please.
Can we go get the pretzel?
You know what? Because you've been on your best behavior today, absolutely, and it's on me.
Yay!
Yeah. Okay. The fucking the pretzel bun hot dog.
I'm getting them a pretzel bun hot dog and a pretzel.
Holy
wow,
shit! All right.
Don't forget the little bit of cheesy sauce.
Oh, they have cheese sauce too?
Yes, they do.
I'll get the cheesy sauce too. Fuck.
Shit,
Damn, I want a pretzel now.
We went to Hofbrau House last night, so that's why I'm thinking about pretzel.
Oh, yum.
Yeah, no. Zeka or Byron, whoever wants to, roll a d20. You have advantage.
You can.
All right, go. All right. Roll 2d20. A 3 and a 14.
Zeka is pretty good. Like, you know, he had like this pretty well. You didn't know what to even expect. You've heard of them, but like, damn, it did not disappoint. Paint me a word picture of how you feel trying your first pretzel, dog.
Okay.
The roleplay we all expected.
as the juices, so the hot dog, like, you know how like a good hot dog, there's like a pop when you like bite into it, kind of like when the skin like pops. So like you bite in and it's like It's less of a hot dog and more of like a sausage, and it like pops and all the juices disseminate into the mouth, and the pretzel itself is ooey and gooey in all the right places. I don't know. It's good. It tastes good.
Looks like you're enjoying that, lad.
Zeka's saying all of this out loud. He's like, "Oh, the sausage. It's got like a pop to it, and the juices are disseminating in my mouth."
Disseminating. That's an interesting word choice.
I put the wiener in my mouth and it disseminated.
You're 14.
I put the hot dog into. Okay.
No, I feel like that's within character for him to say those exact words, and just for Byron and Kessie to go like, "Excuse
You're
me."
14.
Mean.
Don't say those words in that combination, please.
What? It was it.
I'll explain when you're older.
Oh, okay. Well, this is very good hot dog, and I will. Actually, can you get me just a normal pretzel so I can reverse engineer it later?
Oh yes, I got you both.
Oh, perfect. And I will somehow, using my magic baking powers, figure out how to bake a pretzel using a cooked pretzel.
I don't think you could.
I'm not convinced of that, but we'll
you don't
see.
know what I'm capable of.
We'll
If you
see.
just
He's
gave
revived
someone
someone using a hot bun, so I'm willing to let him try.
If you just give someone that's never heard of a pretzel and doesn't have the internet and can't ask anybody, just figure out how to make this. It would take
But he knows how to make bread.
No, like the pretzel's different.
He's a
know to parboil it in baking soda water for like 5 seconds.
Fair.
Yeah, no, you gotta use basic solutions. That's how you get that crust. The originals were bathed in lye, originally.
Yeah, but like, he's a pretty good baker.
Again, I think this man has revived Byron's life not 3 days ago using a hot bun, I'm pretty sure.
Using a what?
Whatever you use to revive him, I thought it was like a hot bun.
No, it was like a chocolate covered, it was like the miracle pill from Princess Bride.
Oh, okay.
Yup. We go to the hotel.
Sure
Everyone is
thing.
so scared of going to Herria Magi.
Ooh, I'm also looking out for like stalls that sell like little firecrackers and things like that.
Don't find any.
Damn.
Oh no, that's magic and you know it.
Wait, now I want to look for stalls that have firecrackers.
Oh yeah, well you see none.
Oh.
I was really hoping to find some firecrackers to spice up my show. You know, like whenever the evil wizard casts his spell, I have the little pop, like a little burst of flames to really spell the danger.
Can't you literally cast spells?
Sorry, what was that? What was that? Huh?
On your audience when you perform because you're so very charming.
Okay, that's good enough for me.
You know what? Let's just keep going. We'll get to the hotel.
Who's typing? Alright.
Alright. I don't know what that was, but
Alright.
whatever. But yeah, you guys eventually reach the Steins Gate.
God damn it.
And you see this like pretty tall looking dude, dark hair, wearing a lab coat. He's kinda
A little bit of a mad scientist vibe.
He is mad scientist. He's so cool. Son of a bitch.
God damn it.
But yeah, no, you see this kind of mad scientist looking dude just sitting behind the counter. See a bowl of kind of looks like melted bananas. They look weird.
Oh god damn it. Are they green too?
I mean, maybe.
What?
Wait, what?
Okay, well, this is too extended of a reference. We're gonna drop it. How?
Alright. Hello there.
Hello.
We are looking for let's see, 2 rooms? 3 rooms?
Sure thing.
I'm looking to the group to see if we're wanting 2 or 3.
Two. Kezia holds up 2 fingers.
We'll go with 2 rooms.
Sure thing. That'll be. We'll give you. Look around. It's kind of an empty-looking tavern. We'll give you rooms 1 and 2.
Wonderful.
That'll be 5 gold each a night.
Wonderful. I'll take care of that, and I'll give him 10 gold off the bat.
All right.
Oh, by chance, I heard that you guys used to have performances here. Would you mind if I perhaps practice my storytelling tonight for any crowds that come by?
Sure thing. I don't see any problem with that at all.
Wonderful. Thank you, sir.
And as you guys eventually just go over to your rooms, they're just dull. They're just like it's like it's one step above a bedroll. It's just a
Nice.
very cheap room, and it's just there's not a whole lot. Like you can easily be fine in here, but like it's just a little uncomfortable and inconvenient in a lot of different ways.
Reminds me of home.
Well, I am going to rest for a bit. I am very sleepy. I will talk to you guys later.
Kezia, on the way here, make one more perception check for me. Or investigation, whichever one you prefer. Okay.
Oh, come on.
With that, unfortunately, you just aren't able to... You're kind of just focused on, like, towing the line, making sure you don't rouse any suspicion. You think you... Nah, with a 13, unfortunately, you just do not see much of anything.
Kezia has, like, her hood pulled up after she gets into the city, and, like, as we're walking along, like, when we get into the building itself, I just want to keep track of any exits, like, in our rooms, if there's any windows, or if the only way to get in is through the door.
There's a small window, in the sense of you could fit through it, neither of the other guys have a snowflake's chance in hell of getting through it.
How tall is the building?
Building's like a 2-story one. You guys are on the very first floor.
Okay. How tall are the buildings surrounding?
Probably also 2 stories as well. For just kind of just consistent with that height for a while.
Okay. So there's a second story. Is there like more additional rooms with numbering on those?
Yeah. So you see as you go through that this place can house up to 6 rooms. Math is hard, guys. And it just seems to be like 2 on the bottom floor and 4 on the second floor. And then same deal, little tavern that basically is a complimentary breakfast or continental breakfast.
And it's getting late.
Not too late.
Not too late? Okay.
It's like early evening.
Okay.
You
Sunny,
have several
would you
hours
just
before
stay-
curfew.
Just stay with Zeka. Keep an eye on both of those 2 entrances.
You got it!
Okay. Byron, come on.
Wait, before we go, are you gonna tell me what you're dragging me into?
Yes. We're going to go
all right,
look around the
that's-
city. Come on.
Okay. All right. I'll take off my like 5 knives and like the different weapons I have and just be like, is it all right if I go without weapons? Because I feel like it's best if I don't look armed to the teeth.
All right, you're armed to the teeth. Yeah,
I have 5
I'm not
daggers and
planning
a
on
short
getting
bow.
into any fights.
No one does.
Okay, and I'm going to leave them here.
Okay. And then the ticket master, he stated that he would get us he would get into contact with us in regards to whenever
He
we
would
have to
tell
stop
you
in the city.
He would either drop it off for you guys or tell you where to find it. He hasn't made contact as of yet, though.
Yeah. We just got in. Okay. I just want to go walking around the city. I want to case the spots where there are obvious to me, like thieves' marks, as well as rooftops and easy methods to get away from the building that we're staying in to get to different areas in the city by jumping on the rooftops and see if I can track a path.
Okay.
Now, care to tell me what you're looking for? I might be able to help you spot things. Some would say I
Yeah.
have expertise in investigation.
Yeah, let's just go to the market right now. It's a little bit more crowded there. Or actually, no, come over this way. And I just kind of pull him into like a slightly more secluded area. And then like I whisper to him like the general marks that we're looking for. And I'm telling him specifically the marks that are indicating any additional ones for Don Talon and Skinny Walker, and I'm telling him we need to make sure to stay away from those ones.
Stay away from Skinny Walker.
I'm pointing at the marks, and I'm telling him which ones it is.
Okay.
That we need to avoid. I'm not telling him which ones that they are associated with.
Gotcha. Okay.
Right.
Or that there are additional names. I'm not giving any names. I'm just like, those ones are
No
good,
names.
those ones are bad.
You know what? I would ask for more information, but I don't think you will share, which is fair. All right, lead the way.
Okay.
All right.
And
As you
You'll
guys
keep an eye
begin
out,
to
as he walks.
look around, what is the first one you are going to be checking out?
in what manner?
Like, you're looking for a few different things. Like, you were looking for escape routes, ways to travel across the roofs. You were looking for marks of the different people and ways to avoid it. Like, which thing are you tackling first?
Escape routes first, and if I happen to notice the marks along the way, I want to it's like avoiding certain areas,
Okay.
tracking it if I notice those marks.
I want you to make an acrobatics check. I want Byron to make investigation.
I don't actually just as making sure that this is very completely clear. I don't actually want to go up onto the roofs and look that way. It's purely from the ground. Okay.
Yeah, this is more just you gauging, like, could I shimmy up there?
Are you serious? I'm just rolling 13s.
Oh, jeez.
That's it. I've rolled 3 13s.
Again, kind of much the same. Like, you could probably just find the stairs up to the second floor of your hotel and then onto the roof. And you feel pretty confident you could slip out through the window or onto it. You can't really gauge it for anyone else. And you don't see, it's been a few years since you've been here, any immediate paths.
Okay. Okay.
Like, you could find some, but there aren't any, like, any of your old routes have either kind of faded to the back of your mind, or you're just not in the right area of town. Byron, with that, for investigation, you see a handful of the signs Kezia was instructing you of basically avoid. Not here, but as you move through, you see like a handful around the market.
Each time he spots one, be like, kind of point and draw Kezia's attention to it.
Gotcha. And yeah, Kezia, once it is pointed out, once he kind of helps you, like, points out the ones that you didn't immediately see, you get the sense that it's a lot of the Skinny Walker stuff is in the area of the market.
That makes sense.
And we are going to cut back over to the other group real quick.
The best.
Alright. Artuk, Ode, Morak, what are you guys doing?
What was it you wanted to
Morak
say about
will be like recently gone to the restroom, cleaned up a little bit, and is in his loungewear, relaxing in the common room of our sweet ass hotel room, writing a letter, and he has the mind flare, the elder brain bone chunk that he broke off when you're on there. He also has his jeweler's tools out, and he's actively engraving in the bone.
Are you writing a letter or are you engraving?
Well, he has paper out, and he's kind of doing. He can't decide. He's antsy. He's like, "Oh my gosh, I'm in a room with a table, and nothing's actively sticky and gross or trying to kill me. I'm using this to my advantage."
In fact, Morak, Ode, and Artuk, I want you guys to roll just a d20. Morak, you have advantage.
Well, shit. Well, 17.
Me too.
I'm working on it.
Mary, do you want me to just roll one?
No.
Okay.
I wanted to be
I'm
a
luckier
17,
than
Mary. Oh.
Ah, dang it. Even in spite of that, you guys have finally found just a good, nice room. It has been months. It has been so many months since you have had a comfortable place to stay. And especially with the fake out with the Golden Sturgeon just earlier this week, and that being a nightmare, this is such a relief after just all of this. So, because of that, the three of you have 1d6 of bardic inspiration for the rest of the day, because you are finally relieved enough that and like able to just take a minute.
This place is stealing my shit.
You can use that with Byron's as well if that comes up.
I actually kind of ended off earlier by saying that you guys said, "Oh, what now?" and Ode like tried to start a conversation with you. So I like to think that Ode started this conversation, and Morak was kind of like nodding along like as he walked to the bathroom and like started washing his face.
Oh yeah.
Ka-chunk, 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 ka-chunk.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, ka-chunk, ka-chunk.
So I'm gonna pretend that this conversation happened as Morak's like taking off his armor in the bathroom and like washing his face and freshening up.
Yo, what are you saying, Ode?
And Ode's like, right. Well, I guess I'll speak a little louder than I would normally, but this place seems nice enough that the noise won't bother anyone. But I actually thought that you two might be able to offer your opinion on and Ode kind of stops and thinks for a second. She's like, "Do you think we can talk openly in this room?"
I mean, yeah, why not, right? I figure that's probably not a problem.
Okay. I'll talk semi-openly. And then she'll think about it for a second and say, "So we all know why we're coming to this to Herria Magi, and it doesn't really have a ton to do with me or my job with the eye. But as we all know, the Herria Magi, the Weaves Guard, have taken over the libraries, the former Cerulean Eye libraries here, and we met Melody on the road, who was trying to get us home back from the former Cerulean Eye libraries, and I've never really felt like it was my job to go investigate that or try to free anything from that, but I don't know. I feel like since we're here and we met Melody, maybe I'm getting like a sign that that's something I should look into. But I know that that's not part of my job, and I don't want to put us in danger. So I thought I might ask like what your guys' thoughts are on that.
You see Morak finally exit the bathroom looking awesome in his Gucci lounging clothes.
Oh no, that was not 10 minutes for you to take off your armor.
Oh yeah. Well, he's okay. Well, he's still in the bathroom. What's your boyfriend got to say about it?
You can talk in the bathroom.
Morak, you can stop with that now. I mean, I figure, I don't know, put it this way, right? If that's something you feel real strongly about, like it's real important to you, I'm more than happy to go help you out to do it. That's, the way this sort of works with all of us. If somebody's got something that means a lot to them, the rest of us are here to help doing it,
Right.
So, especially if you can find a way to do it that doesn't, I'd say the thing to consider with this is whether any danger it could cause could put Zeka and his whole endeavor to try to save a friend at risk. Because at the end of the day, I mean, I don't know how priorities are to you, but I figure that somebody's life, especially somebody that a friend of mine cares about, is probably worth a little more than some, books that are locked up. Mine that I'm probably the last person to be able to appreciate fine reading. But if you think that there's a way that we can do it that doesn't put, the whole saving Arnold, the whole Zeka thing at jeopardy, then I'd say it's more than worth going to do if it means something to you. But if not,
Well, yeah, I guess I kind of have to decide how much it means to me, right? Because like I also support the mission of preserving and protecting culture and history. It's very important to me, but like obviously there's a lot of culture and history in those libraries. But say we went in and we risked our lives so that I could grab a couple books, then well, what about all the other books in the library? I wouldn't even know which ones to grab, which one's the most cultural or the most historic. So I think maybe if the opportunity presents itself for us to specifically protect culture or history, that would be important to me. But in terms of trying to infiltrate the library as an alternate mission, that just it doesn't seem to follow what the Cerulean Eye is about. Because if that was our main goal, we would have tried to do it by now, not just sent me on my way kind of in Akelia and maybe hoped that I would end up in Herria Magi by myself eventually. So does that make sense?
Morak walks out of the bathroom with a toothbrush in his mouth. He's like, well, are there any books still there? Do we know? Like, I kind of agree. Like, like you guys are kind of badasses half the time. A lot of the ones I've met, like, I wouldn't, the Weaves got us scary, but, like, honestly, like, I feel like the whole Shadow Monastery could kick their asses.
Well, I don't know about that as much as if this Ruli and I had decided, yes, the most important thing we could do was to recover this library, we would have been trying to focus on that. Rather than what they do with us usually is just send us out as monks looking for opportunities to protect culture and history on a more individual level. So in this case, single-handedly rescuing a whole library, however cool it would be, isn't really on the purview of protecting culture and history on an individual level. I guess it's kind of complicated because yeah, obviously I'd want to do it. I just I don't think it'd be feasible. And even if we tried to go in, rescuing one book doesn't really make much sense.
Well, I mean, is there like a really good book in there?
Well, here's the thing, David. Is there a really good book in there?
I mean,
that we know is there.
I mean, no. That the problem is you guys haven't been inside in a while, so you don't know whether they've kept it preserved or whether they just went, well, there's a bunch of magic books, fuck them, and just burn. Like it's hard to tell. There's a lot of potential in there, but nothing confirmed at all.
Can I roll an insight check on the Weaves Guard as a whole of if they are book burners?
Yeah, go ahead.
Sheet, I haven't done that yet.
Oh yeah, your great insight.
Oh, why don't you do it then, Mary?
Oof.
2. I'm just gonna. I don't even need David there. Morag doesn't say anything. He just contemplates. Would
they?
Weaves Guard seem like the people that burn books?
They'd certainly choke out a child, but would they burn a book?
Yeah, they're totally down for killing people. Book burning.
Well, anyway, it's kind of complicated because I want to stay true to my values, but I think in this case,
You also have the value of not killing yourself.
yeah, I've got the value of not killing myself. I've got the value of us getting in and getting out. So, well, that's not a value, but
Sure. I also think that, just something worth maybe thinking about was this whole time that you're trying to, either sell yourself or not sell yourself on the idea, you've been sort of trying to figure out whether or not it's your job. And, I mean, I could be wrong, but just, I've never, really felt like my value was whether or not I was accomplishing my job. If you have a better reason, a deeper reason for feeling one way or another about this, then I've always felt like trusting my gut at least gets me where I'm supposed to be going. Whether or not I, regret it after, up in the air. But I figure that, it's trying to do something because you feel like it might be your job to do it. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. I feel like that's a bad reason to do something, personally. And I mean, I don't come from the background you do, so maybe it means something different to you to do your job. But for me, at least, I think about why you want to do this, and if there's a reason beyond you feel like it's the job you've got. And if that's the case, and you feel like there's some good you can do towards something you care about, then follow your gut on it.
Right, I think that's insightful, and I think the reason I am a monk with the cerulean eye is not just because it's my job, but because I genuinely care also about protecting culture. It's the cerulean eye exposed me to plays when I was young, and I fell so in love with that idea that I knew that it was important to me to make sure as many people as possible could see as much of the world and have new experiences by reading books and seeing plays as possible. And I think you're right, Artuk, that first of all, I don't think it's my job to try to rescue this abandoned or taken over monastery by myself. And even then, if my values are to protect culture, then yes, I guess maybe someone could construe, okay, well, you have to try to rescue a book, but really the thing I loved about it was sharing and was protecting what we could share already, not putting our lives in danger to rescue something that is kind of out of our hands. Yeah.
Well, I like that. That's just a lot better with me then. I am more than here to help you if you feel like trying to do something, trying to save something, or if you don't, I'm here to support you, whichever decision you make.
I appreciate that. I think
Yeah.
kind of I got to it feels weird to say we're next to this library, and I'm not gonna have that be our focus right now, but I appreciate having this conversation because I think that's where I got to.
Glad you could get there. Glad we could help in some way or another.
And that's some mysterious force drops some opportunity in front of us, but
Yeah.
you know what? I don't think that's gonna happen.
If Grumsh drops an interesting text in front of us, we'll just scoop it up.
Right, and I already kind of did that with Murray, and she pulls out the play manuscript.
Yeah, that one was definitely a Grumsh given gift.
Right? Yeah, I like
Yeah.
it. Well, anyway, I feel so much better after that. Is there anything you two want to talk about? I just feel like there's a weight off my chest.
Oh man.
Mark, it looks like you're pulling out some papers.
Oh yeah. I need to write some letters. It's been a hot minute. My mother or fiance have no idea what's been going on for the past few months, and they should probably know.
Wait,
Hang on.
your mother's name is or fiance?
No, I have a mother and
She is my
No.
fiance.
my betrothed. I haven't talked to her in a while.
Hang on. I feel like
Did
that's
you know
something that we didn't know. What the?
Well, I mean, yeah, I didn't really hide it. It's just no one really asked me about my family life.
Well,
Sure.
sorry if you don't ask. Hi, what's your name? Are you engaged?
That's
Yeah.
true. You have a point. And to be fair, I feel like I've been wanting to bring it up for about I don't know, like 22 arcs now. But we have been kind of busy with random things, and it keeps slipping my mind. And like when we're in a catacombs and there's a giant tentacle monster attacking us, I'm typically not like, yeah, but my girlfriend. So
Sure.
anyways, her name's Naz. She's delightful. We've met once. We're slated to get married next summer, whenever that is in this crazy world. Who knows what month it is? Yeah, I'm working on making her a grump symbol out of this bow, because that's kind of an orc thing. Artuk, do you have any suggestions on what to buy women? You just seem like you're a worldly man.
I'm
And
gonna be
you've been
100.
around the block a lot. I don't know, like for you, when you have a fiance and you go adventuring for a few months.
Back in the herd, the only mating that was done was arranged, and I was not slated to ever do that. So the whole concept has been you know, a wild thing for me to get used to as I've been from city to city. There's lots and lots of folks that seem to do it for way more reasons than I ever thought possible.
Well, yeah. It used to be way more common in orc culture to arrange them, but it hasn't really happened in a while. But with the Tuskbane clan, like kind of expanding, the matchmaker kind of picks a lot of the eligible younger orcs and figures out who are compatible. And I was compatible with Naz enough that both of our families thought that it would be a good idea for us to combine clans, if you will, through our marriage.
Well,
So
that sounds like as good a reason as any I've heard so far. That's pretty damn cool.
yeah,
Well, congratulations, Morak.
thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, definitely sounds like it. It's real weird for me with I've got very 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 limited experience, which is a bit of why I was so weirdly nervous throughout the day with the whole the lies we were telling about me and Ode and whatnot. It's
Archie, if you ever need someone to explain the birds and the bees to you, I got that lesson. Actually,
I
a little
know.
early,
I know
but-
how people are propagated. Thank
For
you.
more, it's for him. It's
one
more
thing
of the
this man
spores
knows
than
is
the,
birds
the
and
pollen and the
bees.
daisies.
He might not know what sex.
It's real bad if that happens in my herd for the most part. It's if that happens without it being a decision of the herd, that's really really frowned upon, because basically with the herd, we have to worry about how much energy it takes for our herd to survive, whether the land's going to sustain us or not, and whether we're taking from it too much or given enough to it or things like that. So we have a specified size that the herd is allowed to be, and it can't be any more than that. If it is, there's pretty harsh penalties in place. That's actually the only person in the herd who was even near my age, because I was the youngest in the herd up until or I was supposed to be anyway. But two herd members got a little did some taboo stuff, and they had an extra, which has been a kind of shameful point of the herd for a while now. But I was, this is blasphemous for me to say, but I'm real glad they did, because it gave me the only person who was sort of my age to spend time with and talk to and whatnot. Is my buddy Insect. We call him Insect, or actually that's his name, because that's part of the punishment, is that they're not allowed to name him anything that's well, basically the herd gives him a name that's a laughing stock, so that the parents have to remember for all time that they did something wrong.
Oh, that's kind of horrible, actually. You told me about Insect, but Insect's like a pretty fine tabaxi name, so I didn't actually think too much of it.
Oh, I mean, I'm glad that somewhere his name isn't, it's it was meant to laugh at the fact that he's supposed to be, it's real mean spirited of them, but they have to be harsh about that, because if extra people are born, then we the balance is broken with the herd, and we take more than we give, and that's very very much against the values they're trying to hold up. I found.
Are you the only one of your herd who's ever left? Like, if Insect ever left, would he find that his name was quite acceptable?
I don't think that anybody ever thought that was a possibility. I think it was just sort of kicked into us from when we were real young. That, I mean, I hardly knew the world existed beyond the edge of the woods we were supposed to protect and whatnot. I've come to realize through a lot of this whole traveling that I've done that the world's a much bigger and more accepting place than the herd was, and that perhaps some of the things that the herd did for the sake of balance, or what they called balance, weren't 100% right. And it feels real weird for me to say that because I grew up, really, really feeling like, there was only one thing that it was 100% true because I didn't know anything better or different. And it's been an eye-opening experience for me seeing so much else.
Well, Archie, I think it's so very open-minded of you to see that maybe the world you grew up in has perspectives that are different than other parts of the world. I had to learn that pretty slowly over years, and still kind of I don't get it sometimes. But I think the real question is, do you feel like you should still follow your herd's rules on propagating, as you called it, or do you feel open-minded about that too? Oh, not like I'm propositioning you. I'm just
right.
curious.
No, I didn't think you were. I feel I understand a lot more about why people. For me, it was something that was purely business, as you might say, up until I left and learned that there's more to it than that. But I still don't really, I guess part of it's just never having felt that for anybody in particular like that. I might just not understand it, but as far as I can see, I'm perfectly happy with the decision the herd made for me, even though I don't think the herd making it for me was, as reasonable as I thought it was. I'll stick to the same decision, but not for that reason anymore, for the time being, at least.
And more. What was that?
I was gonna say that's just all a long way to say I'm not interested. But Morak, yeah.
No, I was gonna say Morak. They didn't teach us much about orc culture in terms of waiting for marriage.
Oh, what? Yeah, no, I'm a Tuskbane. Women were fawning over me.
Is he being honest?
My childhood. You can insight check that if you want.
No, I just want to know whether does Morak believe it?
What? Morak?
Yeah.
Oh no, he's a big old dweeb. He's the biggest dweeb out of all the Tuskbanes. Like, what the hell are you guys talking about? Oh, yes, but Naz and I are waiting. Also, we've only met once, so it's kind of hard to... and it was a chaperoned date, so...
Right, yeah. Well, based on that, if any of us want to go to a brothel, we can. But we could just walk around the city, see what it has to offer.
Yeah, I figure that's a good idea.
I mean, there's no day but today, so let's go.
All right, and as you guys head out, where are you headed towards?
I don't know. Why don't you think about that? We'll think about that while you go back to the other group.
Sounds
Should
perfect.
Do we like
we don't know where to meet up. We told them we're meeting up with them at the honey stand and/or general market area tomorrow.
Yeah, that like about the area, but you don't know. Your plan was to go tomorrow.
I assumed it was pretty late.
Yeah.
When I made
I assumed it was like dinner time.
Yeah, we need dinner. I want din. I'm hungry.
That's fair. We could probably just go looking for dinner.
Also, that was the greatest conversation.
That was so fun.
I didn't expect the awkwardness of Ode being Artuk's girlfriend to come to a head at that point of just like, here's the actual canon reasoning for it.
I love the line of I understand how people are propagated. That was
I'm in love with playing a low charisma character for the first time. It's so great. You just get to be awkward about everything.
See, if I live my life
like
like
have 3 people who have -1 charisma.
oh my god.
Just boil down to, I'm a virgin. Are you a virgin? I'm a virgin.
Are you a virgin?
No.
No.
It's only the
Amazing.
cat lady who's blinking.
All right, going back to Kezia and Byron.
And that's how I lost my virginity. I know you didn't ask me these questions, but I just felt like we should share.
I just asked about where. I imagine you're saying this to an NPC.
Sir, this
I was
is a
trying.
Starbucks.
I was trying to. I was asking if you wanted an onion ring.
Oh, sorry, I got off topic.
I
Sorry
noticed.
about that.
I feel like you want to keep talking about it, though. I don't want to listen, but I feel like you're
I
not
just
done
grab
with
him
this
and
conversation.
I push, pulling. Sorry about him. Push.
He
so
turns
that is
towards
not-
his small kids that were in the room. Don't mind that
That
strange
is
man.
not content to include in my storytelling?
No.
Alright.
Hey, are there any wanted posters around here? Like a board? So like
you can
look a
find
little
one.
bit closer.
Are you looking for something in particular? Obviously, wanted
just-
posters, but
just noting any wanted posters that look familiar for any one reason or the other.
it's been a while, but you see a few that are still just up there, like Kirk the Slasher, known for crime, slashing people.
Yeah.
Like old ones that are just like maybe they caught him, maybe they didn't. The board's been up there forever. You see a handful of new ones.
What anyone that were specifically associated with looking what Ernalus would look like?
No, you don't
Or
see any
the
with
other guy.
Joro.
Since he got away.
Roll. What should you roll for this? Either a straight D20 or investigation. Your call.
Oh my fucking god.
Wow.
I can't roll today, guys.
Yeah. I mean, Kirk the Slasher's still around.
Oh man, I can't believe this guy's still around.
With
Hey,
that,
Byron,
with
look,
that
this
investigation
guy-
check, you actually see the guy that. Wait, you finally just pieced it together. That guy Byron was just talking to.
I'll let him be.
Kirk the
People
Slasher.
just-
It's done
Yep.
a lot of slashing.
Yep.
Alright, so I noticed that they don't sell firecrackers around here.
No.
Do you think that Stein's Gate would be okay with some light pyrotechnics during my show?
No.
Like,
No,
I-
absolutely not.
I-
If you want to do anything, do jazz hands.
I miss old.
I'm sorry, I'm not old. But we do need to get some bells. Maybe a few whistles. Maybe the whistles for your act.
Oh, what? You know what? I was following you for like maybe two words of that. Why do we need bells?
Well, for the windows, obviously. Come on, let's go get bells.
Cause you know a bell supplier in town. You know him.
You know a fucking guy.
Jimmy Ring-a-Lot.
I was gonna say Jimmy, my man. when I entered.
Eventually, you duck down an alley and you see this guy appear from the shadows wearing a fucking trench coat. Open one wing and jingle, 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 jingle. A whole lot of fucking bells.
Okay,
What
Kev,
can I
this
get
is,
you
Jimmy,
for?
the ringer.
Hi there, Jimmy. I'm okay.
Okay, Jimmy, I need my normal stash. 4 bells.
4 bells, huh? Alright, watch out though. Tom Nook's been running about. Hands you over the 4 bells. And ahem.
Yeah, I'll be how much a bell cost.
How
I
much
will
does a
give
bell
him-
cost?
What? I'll give him 4 gold and then a honey treat.
Fuck. Some expensive
He
ass
starts
bells, goddamn.
sniffing the honey treat. Gives a little lick. Stares you down real close.
Grin.
I've missed you. Whatever your name is. Pops it and starts leaving, jingling all
No,
the
no,
way.
no, Jimmy,
Ah,
Jimmy,
shit.
Jimmy. I was never here.
Holds out the hand.
I give him another honey treat.
pops in, starts walking away. Gives you a thumbs up.
I just salute.
Cassie just turns. She just looks at Marge with the most bewildered look on his face. Just looking around like, what the fuck did I just watch?
He's a bellman.
Right, and you pay for bells with honey?
Yes, doesn't everyone?
I you know what? I don't know. Let's just keep going.
Okay.
All right. So, I want your opinion. What's your fake name here?
Just call me Triss.
Triss. Triss. Do you think it's a good idea that I take that job with the Weaves Guard?
Oh no, Jesus Christ, no.
Seems like a good way to get some information, though.
Oh, sorry, not Jesus Christ. Cuthbert, no.
It seems like a good way to get information, though.
I mean, yeah, but if you want to get indoctrinated and possibly found out, maybe don't.
Well, I mean, you don't have faith in my ability to hide my magic.
I mean, even if you do go, you shouldn't go alone.
I mean, who
It's
am I
not
going
like
to go with me?
I don't know.
My only issue is we have no real information coming into here, just besides that they are here somewhere.
By they, what do you mean?
The people we're here for.
Yeah, we don't know where they are at all, or have any indication of where they could be. Anyways, let's keep looking. So the last one for this one that looks somewhat like a house that has a single like a little sheep looking thing inside of it. That mark. Keep an eye out for that one. We're looking for that one.
Kezia, do you know where they are?
No, I do not know where they are.
Do you have a strong inkling of where they are?
Why don't we just keep looking for this one symbol?
You need to be able to share this information with us, Kezia.
Not out here, I don't.
All right. How's that mark on your hand doing? Just to remind you that we have a sense of trust here, Kezia.
Yeah, and we're kind of in the middle of an alley.
Byron pulls out a shiv.
Still, just to remind you.
Okay. If you see... Hey, would I know what the Azure Shadow looks like as a person?
Yeah. She's a human. She's probably about 5'7", 5'8". Wow, the word is failing me. Hair kind of cut into a pixie cut. Brown. I don't know why I phrased that so weirdly. That's what you immediately remember.
Sounds like Rose.
God damn it. God damn it.
Okay, don't look up Nightwing gender swap. It gets weird fast.
I'm looking this up. Nightwing gender swap.
Okay, I'm changing. Fuck it.
Okay, so if you find, also keep an eye out for anyone who somewhat looks like this. Her hair should maybe longer.
Right. Oh, I happily, absolutely. I would not mind that at all. Wow. Sure. Yeah.
You also seem to remember that she basically always had like 2 daggers at her hands. Admittedly, that was a very stressful time when you met her, and that was the case. But you know,
yeah, it kind of stuck. So just keep an eye out. Also, if we have any tails, I'm not good at finding those.
Any tails?
Yeah, any tails.
T-A-L-E-S or T-A?
Oh my god, you're such a bard. No, T-A-I-L-E-S. T-A-L, I can't spell.
Alright, tails that I tell or tails like that a raccoon has?
Byron, I think you know what I mean. Stop fucking with me. I'm very stressed.
No, I really don't. Because you're telling me to look out for tails. In the middle of a city.
God, I wish I was here.
I love it.
Speaking of, Speaking of, just as a quick aside, the camera shunts over to. You guys found like a kebab station that's just like for the three of you.
One alley over.
Yeah, like 2 alleys over, you just like munching on some kebabs you found.
All right, so I'm looking for tails, just severed tails, just
No.
on the
If
ground?
anyone is, oh my gosh, I thought you were smarter than this. If anyone is following us, you dumbass.
Oh well, all right,
Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
I try to assume I'm not being followed, but I'll keep an eye out now. You also
Don't
could have said
assume.
keep an eye out for people following us instead of an eye out for tails.
Oh my gosh. You're absolutely right, Byron. How dare I?
So the budding romance between Artuk and O, maybe there. Budding romance between Kezia and Byron,
There.
gone altogether.
It's all there. It's completely there.
Okay, no. But no, keep an eye out for her. Keep an eye out for the symbol for the that specific marking, and we're good. I want to start heading towards a place that I am somewhat more familiar with. Is this side of the town I did not go to very, very frequently previously.
Yeah, like
So I'm gonna head over to the area that I used to case when I was a kid.
it's more of the slums area for sure, and
I figured.
when you start heading towards that way, you immediately are getting like in the way that when you were trying to case like the tavern you were at, you couldn't. These back paths. They like a flood of memories right back into your head. What are you trying to do at this point?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh. I'm looking to see if I can find and mark down the areas where the menagerie is. Like the main areas that are blocked, cased, and protected by them.
If you were drawing up like the city into quarters, the market area is owned by Skinny Walker in that sense. And back in the slums area you're investigating, you see more marks of like the menagerie territory.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna head towards that area.
Okay. Byron, are you going with her?
I suppose so.
Oh, if you don't want to come, you don't have to. You can go to the market. It's over that way.
I mean, do you think you'll need backup or anything?
No, I won't need backup. It'll be fine. We're just looking anyways. It's still light out, right, David?
Yeah, it's probably getting 5-6 o'clock. Like, it's gonna start getting dark soon, but like, you've got probably an hour before it starts getting dark, and then you've got a little bit before curfew begins.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll be in the market. I suppose give me a holler if you need anything.
I just salute and start walking away.
Okay.
While in the market, I will spread the word of there's a up-and-coming new storyteller performing at the Stein's Gate. Prepared to be amazed. And I'll also find some flint and steel. That way I could shoot sparks throughout the certain parts of the show.
Roll persuasion.
Well,
or
that'll
performance.
be...
No, this one's
20.
persuasion. Performance comes later.
Well, that's a 27.
Fucking Christ. Alright. I forgot bards are bards. Mary, incredible. In fact, you see
Very inspirational.
Walking around just being like, hey, come to my show, come to my show.
you start.
Can
You don't know
my
where
improv
you got
show
these
be
pamphlets made so quickly.
Why is Ringo Starr performing?
You guys actually do see Mary. You get inspiration. You guys do see Byron like after a few minutes. You see Byron like setting up his show. Like you just see him in the middle, basically just and like, hey guys, How does this sound? How does this sound as Artuk, Ode, and Morak walk up?
Oh.
Boy!
Oh, wait, hold on a second. Wait, hold on just a second. Did I misunderstand what you guys were trying to do?
No, you understood. I thought that he was doing his performance in a tavern later, and he was just trying to drum up.
No, yeah, this is... You guys are seeing him as he's trying to drum up, so I just want to see what he's doing to drum this up.
Okay, and then I'll describe Ode's reaction. Perfect.
Yeah. Alright, Carson, go ahead.
Boy! Hear one, hear all. Come to the Stein's Gate to see the performance of a lifetime. The great K. Smith has arrived, and he shall tell you grand stories of adventure, crushing evil magicians beneath the heels of powerful warriors, and all with the great pizzazz that you have never seen before in your life. Then he'll walk a little bit further away and do the same thing again.
Morak is slow clapping as I'm assuming they all have ice cream cones from dessert. And they're looking, and he's just dumbfounded. He's like, remember how we all said we wanted to keep a low profile in Herria Magi?
Ode ignores Morak, and she nudges both Morak and Artuk and says, "Look, guys, it's the person we happened to meet on the road yesterday and we connected with. It looks like he's doing a performance, and we happened to stumble upon him advertising this performance."
No, oh, that's just. Oh, yeah.
I think I'll hear the awkward, yeah, I'd be like, oh, my friends that I ran into earlier today in the lines to get into here. How are you all doing? It's me, Kay.
Every sentence I
If
say
you
ends
could
with
look annoyed while eating ice cream, Morak would be doing it right now, but that's not a possible feat by any creature.
What type of ice cream did Morak get?
Like pistachio? I don't know. He's a weirdo.
Weirdly, I thought pistachio too.
I was like, he's a fucking dweeb, dude.
You thought about getting almond for a second, you're like, you don't want nothing.
Oh no, oh my gosh, he totally asked for pistachio and they didn't have it since it's such an unpopular flavor, so he got like plain vanilla instead.
It's like, do you want vanilla bean or just the generic vanilla? Just the generic. It's fine.
Oh, fuck.
Ode got brown.
Ode got chunky monkey.
Chunky brown.
Wait, sorry, are we not allowed to use copyrighted jokes in the recording?
It'll be fine.
MBMBAM, TM.
Artuk is eating something with peanut butter because I can live vicariously through him.
Artuk, make a con save.
It's just my life all over again.
Con save -20. Doesn't matter. It's peanut butter.
But yes, hello there. How are you both doing? Both? All. How are you all doing?
Right, we're good. We managed to get into the city, and we're hoping to accomplish the reason we came to the city tomorrow.
Yes, we have officially come to the city without causing any attention to ourselves whatsoever. Mister, what's your name again?
Hey.
My name is Kay Smith.
Okay, that's nice. Yeah.
Yes, it's me, Kay, and my brother Z.
Right. Thank you for the reminder, because we only met that one time earlier.
Of course. Yes.
Well, perhaps we could come see your show. When is that, you said?
That will be at around, let's go with 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Oh, God, that's...
You got 3 hours, okay.
But, also, I wanted to let you guys know, actually, whenever I came in and we were speaking to the nice weave-scarred men at the gate, they offered possibly me being able to get a job with them.
How about we go over here and discuss that?
Oh,
No.
right, not in the street.
Not in the street, while you're trying to pitch your random show that you're doing. Okay.
Well, of course. I'd love to speak more about my financial futures with my newfound friends. Let's just fucking go.
Wait, I wanted to see where they were performing. Oh no, the opportunity's passed.
Shit. Is there like a really?
Wait, David, when did you get into the game yourself?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
David, is there a Mr. DM, sir?
Yes. Thank you for using my proper
is there,
title.
like, a very crowded bar-ish area?
Yeah, there's like a there's like an outdoor bar. Yeah.
Stay outside and live vicariously through non-COVID.
Yeah. In fact, I was about to say, yeah. You see, it is packed. No one is wearing masks, but it's not because they're problematic.
Oh, it's great. Feels great. I'm just going to scooch into a booth.
It's a tequila
that
bar.
already had a bunch of people at it.
Sorry. This is Mary. Why would you pick a booth that's crowded for us to talk about?
The
our
whole
secret?
place is crowded. No one will hear us.
You hear
Okay,
EDM
fine,
music.
I'll go away. Why did you guys follow Morak? He's ice cream drunk.
I was like, this is a great idea, Morak. Why don't we find our own booth in this crowded bar?
Okay, fine. I just like sitting next to people, and I really wish I could do it more often.
You really are such a people person.
Yes.
You can sit next to me, Morak.
Okay, thank you. And Morak puts on his face mask and walks over to the other booth and takes it off.
All right, we've dated this now.
Okay, Kay. What the fuck do you think you're doing?
Right now, I'm having to lean into a bit. I told the Leafsguard that I'm here to be an aspiring storyteller. I need to lean into that. I also made it very clear that I am hard on cash, so I need to act as if I am desperate for it. Also,
Are you actually planning on joining them? That seems maybe
oh,
risky.
that I'm not sure. That's why I made sure to bring it up, because it seems like a great way to get information, but it's also a hell of a fucking risk.
Yes, because one, you're kind of compared to what they do, you can't do any of it.
Well, I wouldn't be like, I wouldn't be a fighter for them. I'd be a proselytizer.
Well,
That's a very strange job to have in this city, since they're kind of already controlling the gods.
That's. I mean, I'm not going to question if it's a easy way to get information.
Well, no, I just feel like that kind of job, they would probably send you outside of Herria Magi.
That is a possibility, but even then, I'd at least have an in with them while I'm undergoing my quote-unquote training that I'm sure they'd have.
Okay.
Yes.
what do you think, Artuk?
I figure it's probably a bad idea for biking. Is my favorite sport. K to get in that close with them personally. I feel like we had a plan that didn't involve that, and that probably is the better way to do things.
That's fair. Biking is a great sport, and I can definitely agree. I think it's just a good tool to have in our back pocket.
Yeah, I mean, don't throw anything away, I'm sure, in case it does become useful.
Yes,
figure-
I feel like I like where you're going, but let's try our other plans first and not. Like, I understand that. I like your enthusiasm, Kay, a lot. You're very enthusiastic, especially in the past 2 days with this whole storytelling thing that you decided to do. But we're trying to keep a low profile, and all they know about you right now is that you're a broke autist. I don't think they care that much about your doings in the city.
And if anything, I would argue that the fact that I'm drawing so much attention to me at least helps pull from especially you guys.
Yes, but what if we pulled no attention to any of us?
Yeah, I figure that's preferable. And right now we have the mask of anonymity going on. We're just a
Well,
couple of faces.
we'll see. I could, I guess, try to bomb the show.
Or you could just not show up.
It's unfortunately
Well,
where
I
I'm
think it would be
staying for the
interesting
night.
seeing him bomb the show because we would know it's almost like its own special performance on itself. Like Kay here if you wanted to do that, you would be doing like a special performance for us of like we're gonna know it's bad. I think that'd be neat.
Well, I suppose I can't bomb it too horrifically poorly, because then word gets spread around of, hey, it's that fucking dude that nearly set the bar on fire.
Right? It's like you got to find a balance.
Is that a balance?
Well, I actually I know we kind of settled on you potentially putting being recruited into your back pocket, but I kind of had the thought of how if you did that, it probably wouldn't actually be very much of a risk to us as it would be like a pretty direct risk to you specifically. And that's something I noticed about you is that you're kind of often okay with putting yourself at risk if it means helping the whole group, and that's so noble of you. But you matter just as much as us, Kay, and that's important too.
Well, thank you. I suppose I do sort of do that, but I mean, that's fair. I'll try to keep those tendencies as locked down as possible through this.
Yeah, remember that, all of us have, our own set of abilities. Nobody here needs to be protected. We can all protect each other, but if the person who's most in danger is you, you're the one who needs the most saving.
That's fair. I guess I suppose I was always... Not always. In this case, I was thinking, I have a lot of tools that can get me out of trouble in these situations without resorting to, things that would worsen how things go here. Without using those tools.
I figure let's just not get to the point where those tools are necessary anyway.
Well, of course.
Plus, I'm really interested to see, remind me what the name of your halfling friend was.
Triss.
Ah, yeah, I'm excited to see how Triss meeting up with her friends in the city will go too.
Yes, because between us friends here, I feel like Triss is pretending to know less than she actually does about what's going on.
Oh, 100%.
Anybody else get that idea?
Yeah,
100%.
Not even really difficult to figure out.
I know, right? I was hoping it wasn't me because I'm not that good at reading people. But
wait, what do you mean? I trust her to guide us through this situation.
Oh, 150%.
Yes.
She's not acting with any malicious intent. She has a past that she hasn't wanted to bring up, and it's become evident as we've gotten closer and closer to accidentally uncovering it. And at some point, she's going to have to come to the realization that, there's nothing left to be hidden from us, as best we all know. But to be perfectly honest, as long as it's not harming us, she can figure that out on her own, at her own pace.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even catch up on that. You guys are so insightful.
Well, I didn't quite catch up on that one, but I just know I brought up the potential job with her and the idea that it could give us information where we may not have very much, and she said, oh, we have plenty of information. I just kind of went, excuse me? We have no idea where John and Jeff are. And she said, I have a pretty strong inkling. And I just went, why haven't you shared that? And, yeah.
Yeah, she'll get there. She's got good intentions in mind. I'd have picked up on it real fast if she didn't.
I'm sure. It's just, you gotta share information. Especially in situations like this.
Maybe we should try to tell her that she should share that information, because if I didn't even know that there was information to share, maybe she didn't realize that we realized that there's information to share that she should be sharing.
That was a very roundabout way to put something very smart, Ode.
Right?
I'm sorry, I went cross-eyed during that. If Altuck agrees, I'll agree to it.
Alrighty.
Well, we ought to find Triss at some point then and have a real conversation.
Yes. Perhaps after my horrifically, but not horrifically bombed show.
Your subpar show at best.
My as mediocre as physically possible show.
Precisely.
That sounds so great. I say we get a drink here and then go see your show and then find Triss.
Perfect. There we go.
And never let the session end.
Okay. Wait. we'll take wine for the table.
Sure thing.
Morak will wait.
Hey, David, how's this session for you so far?
Doing fine with me.
We just have like a 20-minute conversation on our own.
I don't give a shit. That's fun for me too.
Yeah, it's the easiest kind of DMing.
Yeah, exactly. Like, do you have any idea how fucking funny it was talking about all your guys' different experiences learning about fucking?
That really was a like A-tier conversation.
Like, I had to do no work for that, and I couldn't have written anything even close to that funny.
I'm definitely gonna be listening to that in the video.
Plus, if an NPC came up and started asking us how we learned about fucking, it'd be the weirdest thing ever.
That'd be such a weird, like, why is the DM doing?
No, instead, then Byron sought out an NPC to unwillingly tell them about his fucking.
Okay, David. So how's this wine?
Okay, I want to know what Kezi is doing.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Kezia. For the love of God.
Okay.
You're getting back into the slums, and by this point, you've kind of split off lone wolf style. It's
Going full rogue.
going full
Going
rogue. She
rogue.
dies.
Oh, she's gonna die soon. That's what that means.
Kezia,
Oh yeah, she's not.
roll stealth for me.
Yep. I was actually gonna ask if I could, so I like this.
13.
Please roll above a 10.
You reroll. You reroll, remember?
I can't roll ones, but how?
Holy shit.
How?
Fucking
How?
fuck.
How have I not rolled above a 10 yet?
You're having a me day.
See,
I think that's saying your luck.
Yeah, I think it's not that rogues need a boost.
I like to think that it's actually, Kezia is actually just really, really nervous about literally everything. And so she's second guessing everything that she's doing, and it's making it just go bad.
Yeah, no, I like this narrative. But as you kind of re-enter the slums.
It is still the 80th percentile, 90th percentile of possibility.
Oh yeah, shit. Kezia, what are you specifically trying to do? You are definitely back into the more familiar slums area, and as you get closer to here, you notice, like, first of all, some just very quick things to point out. The center part that you guys are kind of staying more towards, it's like a market. It's not super nice, but it's pretty well put together. There's a lot of commerce, there's trade. This stuff has like the money flowing in to be maintained. As Kezia gets more into just the western side of the city, kind of deeper back into it. Sorry, the eastern side of the city, deeper back into it. You see just the buildings start to just look a little worse. Things are just a little less well kept. And then you kind of get into the slums of it, and you just see, like, older, abandoned buildings. You see more weave-scarred patrols around here than you do normal guard patrols. Not everywhere, but it's more common in this general area. This is definitely where their sphere of influence is more so the case. And as you go through, you find some familiar spots, just old buildings you used to kind of case out in and set up in just to give yourself a night's rest. Key areas where you can kind of get a vantage on potential pickpocketing spots. And the old abandoned university that's like half decayed, pretty much every window, and it's been broken either from just fires that have started and then were put out barely. People just throwing rocks at it because they're bored. It just looks rough. But you are definitely back into your old stomping grounds.
Okay. And you said earlier that that's in general where...
They stick to their sphere of influence a lot more so in the slums area.
Yeah. For the Weaves Guard. Oh my god, Sadie, what was that? Sorry,
You
my
see
dog
one of the
just
dogs come up behind Kezia, try to get a bite out of her.
No, but you stated earlier that this was an area that's partially controlled by the menagerie.
Yes.
I am trying to remain hidden somewhat as I go around.
Okay.
How did Sonny never learn about sex? I'll never know. He didn't download it into his systems. As I go around, I just want to see if I. Mary. I just want to see if I can take note of any additional expansions of the menagerie into different areas of the slums or into the exits, seeing if I can tell if they've moved bases, and if so, try to mark it down, see if I see any potentially familiar faces or anything in the general area.
Roll investigation.
Yeah. Please roll at least a 5.
With a 15, they've definitely moved bases. The old base used to be this more well-to-do building, not quite a mansion, but like a nicer home that just eventually got abandoned just during all the shit that went down during a bunch of shit that went down.
Yeah.
It's certainly been abandoned. You see a handful, and just like you see markings like "Do not come here," "Not safe," "We've scarred," around, not like inside. Yeah. It's not like they've turned into an outpost, but like they keep eyes on. But even as you go around more, you see the menagerie has receded, if anything.
Okay.
You see like less markings than you'd expect. More markings of Don Talon and Skinny Walker. God, I love those names.
I hate those names.
Incredible names.
Okay. Would I be able to tell in general where I could locate either their base, it's in their new base itself, or like the general vicinity for it?
You're definitely in the. I mean, that one's kind of tricky because, the general vicinity is the slums area. It would probably take a bit of time to locate it, though.
Okay.
Will you try to do that?
I am actually thinking about. Yeah, actually, I do want to see if I can locate it, but I just want to be I don't want anyone, even if it's from the menagerie, to notice me.
Okay.
So I'm probably going to stick to like the back alleys if need be, like jump onto some roofs to get around a little bit.
Okay. For this one, I'd like you to roll acrobatics.
Yes, sir. Oh my god. 11.
Okay, Brenna, you're not gonna do well, so you're gonna have disadvantage, and the DC will be high for investigation. But you can try to still find it without being detected.
Okay, I know, Kars. I know. I can't roll. How dare you do this to me?
You can certainly try, but it will be very tough. Kind of that acrobatics and your earlier stealth are just compositing to like, you don't know if you'll be able to be stealthy. It's a little rusty. Things are just different enough that you're second guessing yourself, that you're just making some very small mistakes that are adding up.
Yeah, it's like I grew just a little bit, and so like I'm reaching for areas and I'm falling harder onto them.
Exactly.
Okay. So when I keep messing up and like after I like literally probably fall into some boxes, I'm just like, okay, nope, I'm gonna leave. And she actually starts dipping up back towards Don Talon's area more so, to get out of the slums and back into the main part of the city and go and investigate around the bastion.
As you get further out towards it, though, you actually see like not city guard and not weaves guard either, but just kind of a like group of like, I don't know, 10 or 12 guys, just all kind of speaking and just kind of like a crossroads near an alleyway. It's a little too far that you can't really hear it, but you do see even from here they are armed.
I'll just avoid them.
Okay.
I want to know what they're saying, but I'll just avoid them. I don't think my luck's up for it.
Okay. Do you just try to... How do you try to avoid them? Do you try to go over the roofs, sneak around the alleyways, or what?
I'll just bypass into the side alley and then walk around.
Roll stealth.
I guess sneaking.
Okay, roll stealth.
Okie dokie. Okie dokie.
Okay.
Okay.
As you start
Finally
going...
rolled
As you start going out and trying to just avoid this, just because you've been having a bit of a run of bad luck, you need a minute. You hear just shouting immediately begin to break out. And do you look back towards the crowd?
Yeah, I do want to look back towards the crowd.
You see a full-on brawl, like prison riot type deal. Like guys are pulling out shivs or just tackling each other, and they are just going brutally at each other. You, in fact, see this fight. It resolves fittingly. It's like looking at the D&D combat from the outside looking in. It's not even 30 seconds, and like 9 of the dudes are dead. And the final thing you see is a dude light a Molotov and just whip it at the crowd at the crowd that's just running back. So like 4 or 5 guys are, like 2 or 3 guys are alive, and they are just booking it, and a Molotov just hits one of them in the back.
Fucking hell. Fuck. Okay. I'll just
Walker gang for life! And they just start scurrying away.
Damn it, Dawn, I thought you were supposed to be neutral. Just because I'm worried that would have definitely attracted like guards and things, I'm just gonna try to book it onto the roof just to hide up there.
Okay.
Which is a bad idea.
Roll acrobatics.
Yeah. Oh yes, finally.
Alrighty. As you parkour your way up there. Hardcore. You are just jumping. It's like some shit out of Mirror's Edge. You are just running up the building, like leaping between them, finding a box. Like you are just going, and it is okay. Yeah, okay. Sounds of gang warfare and murder. Okay, you're back in your hometown. You're back in the zone. And you manage to get up top. Right around that time, you actually do see a handful of city guards like running in and just like form perimeter and just like look over the bodies and just try to like do like a very quick like check of it, like of the words are failing me, of like how they were killed, and just you can hear just like vague mumbling of like you basically can hear from there just like murmurings of just like the fighting is getting worse and worse. Roll perception.
Yeah. Perception?
Yes.
Okay. Really? Really, game. 11. That's my 3rd natural one. I'm so glad I'm halfling you guys.
As you just kind of sit transfixed up there, you eventually just hear or just feel a tap on your shoulder.
My turn?
No one's there.
Yeah. Okay, where are you?
Taps you on the shoulder again.
Yes,
the other one.
I don't turn around. I'm gonna wait for whenever they try to tap again and grab. So I'll look kind of towards the other shoulders just to see if there's actually there.
And with that, instead you just hear just a metallic like clink behind you. So, what are you doing back in town?
I'm not.
Seems like you are.
Yep.
Also got a few people who told me you were coming this way. So, you know, I'm curious what the fuck up's doing back at home.
None of your business.
Do you turn around?
No.
Okay. See, that's where you're wrong.
Hey, where's how close am I to the edge of the roof?
Pretty close, I would say. See, how you left things last made it a lot of people's problems. So, no, you being back here is my problem. It's Acheron's problem. It's everyone in this city's problem because you just seem so very chaotic, destructive. I don't know what the word is other than fuck up.
I'm gonna turn.
You see the Azure Shadow, which you know. You see a woman, about 5'8", human, red hair, kinda in a pixie cut. Not quite the way Roses is, more like Ruby Rose from Orange is the New Black. Kind of that pulled up way.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, I don't think it actually would be, seeing as A, apparently I fucked up so hard that the Archron doesn't actually answer, and B, fuck you, and C, I'm not the one who still has a wanted poster up around here.
No, you're right, because we had to spend about 3 months taking them down, bribing people, and in spite of that, we couldn't get rid of that goddamn raccoons. They really want that thing dead. Is it still around? I really liked him. Her. It.
Fuck off. I'm going to just turn to start heading out.
Bye-bye, Kezia. I'm sure I'll see you again later tonight. I'm really looking forward to the show. And then she hops off the building. Gone.
No. Fuck you. God damn it, Kay. I'm gonna dip.
Alright.
And I am going to attempt to stealthily get around and take a wide path back to the time travel place that I can't remember the name of.
Steins Gate.
Yes.
Roll stealth. And this one's to impress. What the goddamn shit?
Holy shit!
God,
If anyone's gonna do this,
Guys, I don't want to play D&D today. 23.
No,
23.
14, and you know.
It's bonkers, is what it is. In
I love this idea of I have this image in my head of it's Kezia just fumbling around, but it's like a Charlie Chaplin episode where just no one has seemed to notice. And I like that it's just she's so tiny that everyone's like, wait, what was that? And they just like turn around, but she's still below their peripheral vision. And she's just fumbling around.
I definitely see it as like Three Stooges type, like black and white with like yakety sax in the back.
But alright.
Yeah, and then
Like
I'll...
about to walk into a room just full of loose bells. And she's like, no.
No, it's the bells that she bought earlier and she forgot they were in her bag still.
I just keep making jingling noises everywhere I walk.
I got spurs that jingle,
She
jangle,
enters the room
jingle.
and there's bubble wrap all over the floor. And she's like, nope, not today. And then walks back. When she was getting ready this morning to go sneaking, she put on clogs and was like, "Wait, no." So she
With
then put on tap shoes, and then she was like, "Wait, no, these are also bad."
Okay.
with your 23 stealth, you're able to get back easily.
Okay. When we get back, you guys. why do I suck though?
Because the narrative demands that you be nervous and stressed out during this city.
I don't like
Seems to be the
this.
case for everyone in the city.
Yeah.
I'm doing okay.
I feel like I like the idea that all these natural ones are like being saved by your halfling intuition, like that you're like so close to making a terrible noisy mistake, and you're like, oh wait.
Every time it's just you grabbing another bell and just like, no.
It is narratively kind of nice.
Yeah, it is narratively kind of nice. Still annoying. Okay, when I get back, do I see the rest of them?
Did you guys start heading back after that? Because if so, then we can just fast forward to Byron getting ready to bomb the show.
Yeah, it depends. Like, I feel like we would just fast forward to us. Like, there's a packed crowd.
Yeah, no, that I'm down with that. It was more just, was there something I forgot? But yeah, no, we are two. There is a pretty decent crowd forming at the Steins Gate.
I feel like before we part ways with Byron, Ode will say, "All right, so I don't know how much cheering there's gonna be, but we'll probably just try to blend in with the crowd. But know that we're cheering for you."
Thanks. I like normally that'd feel great, but I know I'm going to be purposely doing relatively poorly.
Well, no, like, Byron, it's going to be bad, but imagine it like, I don't know, like you're walking through a flame without getting burned, you know? It's not really anything that you have to worry about, but it is kind of scary, but I'm very intrigued to watch it, personally.
Ode looks at Morak.
I'll go to the bar where Mr. Kiyoma's working. He's like, hey, I brought in a nice crowd. You think I could have a real stiff one on the house?
What?
He unzipped his pants.
No. A stiff one doesn't a stiff drink. Jesus.
Like, yeah,
That's
how I pour drinks.
The lower half I had converted into a tap. He definitely, for the amount of crowd you brought in, which was pretty sizable, yeah, he'll definitely pass along a drink to you for free.
Well,
it's like a well, though it's not good.
Just pounds it, doesn't even taste it, sets it down, goes, all right, how am I gonna make this boring as fuck? All right.
Do stand up, Byron.
Do Freebird.
Do Wonderwall.
Well, the issue is I advertised a story about a brave knight crushing an evil wizard.
Hey, Byron, come here.
Yes.
Who cares?
Well, I was also kind of wanting to get a gauge of how the people of the city feel about mages, because, like, you know, if they're just kind of like, so let them get fucked over.
No, I think that seems like a good idea.
You know?
I don't think that's the idea.
Okay. Yeah.
And unfortunately, based off of this crowd, yes, the people of the town do kind of hate mages.
I mean, you sold this as a fuck mages play, so you did attract a certain crowd.
But you said it's a sizable crowd.
Like, you know, it's like a full... Yeah.
The full house.
It's a full house, but it's not a huge house, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think I know my answer. Time to tell a boring story. I'll go up to the front, sit down, shift like as uncomfortably as possible on the stool and go, wow, what a great crowd we've got tonight. So, how's everyone doing?
We're doing alright, yeah!
Woo!
Hey, that's great to hear. So you guys ready for a story?
Your fly's undone.
Oh, fuck, you're right.
No, leave it down!
Unzip!
All right, time for a great story. So you guys came here to hear the story of the brave knight that defeated the great wizard, right? Or the great bad wizard.
Yeah, fuck wizards! All my homies
Well-
hate wizards!
And in order to get to that point, I need to tell you the story of that great warrior's son's nephew's grandson.
Jesus.
What?
And his incredible journey throughout the seas, getting lost for not one, not two, but 37 years.
You know, he lost me and then he brought me back a little bit.
Wait, I'm still intrigued by this. It's
I'm
just
intrigued on
different.
where this could go.
And I will proceed to tell the most boring version of the Odyssey as physically fucking possible. Just skipping all the actually interesting parts, and it's just a bunch of dudes sailing on a boat for 37 years, doing nothing.
Byron, roll performance with disadvantage. Because you're trying to get as low as possible.
David, what does that mean?
It means that
He's trying to do bad, so if he rolls well, he does bad. If he rolls bad, does he do well?
No, he wants a low number, but he's a natural storyteller, which is fucking him over. He needs to fight the urge to tell a good story.
Do it.
He did immediately go from like, this is going to be a boring ass story about someone that doesn't matter, into, and they were lost for 37 years.
Yeah, he's basically fighting
I
that.
would like to point out really quick that the great wizard, right? His son's nephew, which is also still his grandson at that point. His grandson's great grandson.
No, it's his wife's side.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right. You rolled a 9, which is pretty much the lowest you could have done. Byron, how bad?
It's boring as shit. Like you'll see him like as the night goes on, because he also makes it long as fuck. Like he almost starts to put himself to sleep. He's like, and then they were swabbing the. All right, sorry, nope. Telling a story. They were swabbing the poop deck for days 8,934 and days 809,035. Then after that, they fished. They caught a golden sturgeon, but then the fucking thing turned out to be not a golden sturgeon, and it killed one of the crewmates, and it was real fucked up and came out of nowhere. They just thought they were at a goddamn TGI Fridays.
Partway through the story, Artuk reacts with a very poorly and oddly timed woo.
One of the crewmates dies. Woo!
I held on to that one.
Hey, when the woo happens, Morak wakes up and starts clapping and saying, yeah! Does anybody join as if it's over?
Yeah, Byron.
Wait, David, can you give an expression?
Yeah, absolutely. Holy fuck.
Morak is now convinced it's over, and that's the only reason someone's wooing. So he's just going to town.
Yeah, Byron, you've noticed gradually over the last hour or two that you've been telling this fucking story, the crowd has significantly shrunk. You see at this point maybe a fifth of the people who initially came are still here, and the majority of them are at the bar.
Yeah, I think seeing that, he was like, and that's the end of the story. They all died.
I like that they still stayed though.
They're just drinking at this point. But
wait, no, the very end, he kind of goes and then they meet a Cyclops. They have a fun little riddle. He shoots an arrow through the eye of 1,000 axes, and doesn't really fucking matter. For your times, his wife, they fuck. The end of the story. Fuck, I need a drink.
As you see, other than the people at the bar, Ode, Artuk, you see two people in the crowd. One's just a pretty clearly blitzed out of his fucking mind drunk dude. Looks a lot like Eric Glaze. He's like, Yeah! Woo! Cyclops, none of it mattered!
Tell me more about the shanties!
And then you just see... Kezia, you picked up on it partway through the play, so I will give you the thing. You see, you see Annette in the crowd. You see her just waiting, watching the performance. Every now and again, her eyes dart to you, then back up to Byron. Just kind of politely sat at a table.
I'll just go sit with her.
Then Byron, towards the end, you see Kezia sitting with that woman that she mentioned earlier. And partway through, you see Annette just kind of whispers over to you, Kezia, of... He's a interesting storyteller. He's a very good hype man, though, at the very least.
You'll see him stumble over to the bar, just like slap 5 gold onto it, and just be like, "Give me your strongest bottle, please, Mr. Kiyoma."
He hands you just some weak, gross vodka.
Bitch, please.
He hands you some less gross, still not that strong tequila.
Fuck it, and he'll just chug all of it. Go over to the next one and be like,
Nope.
Morak's gonna be like, "Hey, story man, come over here.
Because I didn't want to interrupt, but I did want to, like, when he looked over, to just shake my head no at him, because I knew that's what he was going to do.
"Oh god, I
now I don't even
hate myself. Why did I do this?" So yes, continue on with actual important shit.
Wait, what table are you sitting at?
I'm gonna guess Morak pulled him over and he's just comforting him as he drinks a bottle of tequila.
Yeah, I said, story man, come sit with us, so that he wouldn't go bug Kezia, because she's been frantically shaking her head no.
Yeah, like, you guys saw Kezia, like... In fact, I like the idea of Kezia was just looked over and was like... Walked over to Morak and literally just whispered, like... Don't let Byron do the Byron stuff.
Don't let Byron do the Byron stuff. And then I go and sit with Annette.
Sounds perfect.
You, like, wake up Morak a little bit when you say that to him. He's like, "Oh, yeah."
I go and sit with her too.
Oh, what the fuck?
What the hell?
I just wrapped up, boys. I'm also a little bit drunk, so.
I mean,
that's fine.
Yeah.
That's where we all are.
Excellent. Okay.
Who wants to give the quickest recap ever?
10 seconds. I'll time
none of us actually fucked, but we all pretended. Some of us pretended to. To varying degrees of awkward. We're in the city. Fuck. Kezia's got a backstory.
Okay. All right.
Hey, Eric, I'm gonna take that energy. Keep it. We're gonna keep going with it. I'm gonna try. Okay, we entered the city. Nothing bad really happened entering the city. Surprisingly.
Yeah, that was way more than 10 seconds, so I'm going to have to dock some points from you. Anyway, continue the scene.
Oh,
Wait,
I also
do you want to have it be that
natural
Sunny
ones.
shows up also at the bar?
Sunny walks out about halfway
Hello,
through.
friends. I'd like one drink.
Okay, I was doing a good Sunny impression.
You were. And then Sunny goes and sits down in the corner.
I feel like when he comes in, Odes nudges both Artek and Morak again, and she's like, "Hey, Kate, isn't that the human that was traveling with you guys earlier?"
Yeah, it's fucking S.
I choose to believe that all of you are actually piss drunk.
As I pretend to act drunk, I'll make another old fashioned. Have fun with your scene, Kezia.
Oh, that's some fucking method acting right there. I appreciate it.
Can I get an old fashioned?
Yeah, enough to go around, please.
Ah, what the fuck? I'll take one too.
Yeah, fuck it.
Alright, Kezia.
I
This
guess
very
I go sit
mean
next
woman.
to Annette. When I sit down, I say, "Hi, Annie."
Oh, you remembered. Hi, Kiki.
I was hoping she would be mad about it, but I failed. Too cute.
So, these are your friends?
No,
A natural
they're
storyteller. Aww.
Aww. What do you want?
Well, as I said, after last time, I have to keep tabs on you.
Well, no one was keeping tabs previously, seeing as it doesn't matter what happens outside of the city to you all.
Yep.
So, why should it matter, seeing as you guys have severely, seems like, decreased your numbers? Also, I didn't think you actually were on his side as much.
Not as much. But whenever... But... I am trying to keep things simple for my life. You pose, as a wider concept, a very interesting situation. I don't like interesting. I like going about my life, picking things up here and there, and no one noticing they're missing.
And that's why you got left.
I prefer that to being forced out. But we can trade barbed remarks like this all night, and believe me, I can and will at some point. However, if I'm being entirely honest, there is something significantly more important as to why it is we are specifically interested right now. And she pulls out from underneath the table a big lead box.
Oh, let me take it, Master.
Yeah.
I should have figured.
I'm not going to open this for obvious reasons. However, there is a lot in here.
Yeah, I know.
Why are you bringing so much in? I'm going to guess it isn't to sell it or fence it because you can do that somewhere else. You've basically brought in... I'm not sure the exact word for it, but a lot. You've brought in a lot, and I want to know why. He wants to know why. A lot of people, I imagine, if they catch wind of this, will want to know why.
Yeah, but they're not going to catch wind of it.
I did. And
you were told. It doesn't count.
Okay. Why wouldn't they tell anyone else?
It doesn't matter.
Why are you here? Why are you bringing so much in? Why are there a lot of you here?
I heard about the... How did they phrase it? A catastrophe of sorts that occurred 3 weeks ago?
Yes, what about it?
I was curious.
You leave for 3 years and you come back because a mage gets angry.
See, because I wasn't sure what the whole story was. And yes, leave, or as you phrased it, my home for 3 years, and then someone gets angry and it causes enough panic to let me know outside of the city all the way in Feldarin. Yeah, I'm curious. Normally you keep things better contained than that. Besides, I heard you had a little... Well, I heard A has a little companion locked up. And I was curious.
Maybe. What about it?
Well, it's brought it to my attention that I actually don't know what he does with all of the junk that he gets. The people that he knows about. I would like to know.
She pushes over the lead box to your side.
Just push it and bring it down to like
it's
the
heavy.
ground, and I put my foot
it's
on top
heavy.
of it.
You're interested in Carnage. You're interested in knowing about how he does business and his new companion.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you like me to take you to him? I
I
saw you
mean-
trying to find him earlier.
I was just trying to see where you moved. I was not trying to find him at the time. No, I'd rather not see him. I know it can't be avoided, but I'd rather not. You and he are just so close. I was hoping you might know. I was actually looking for you.
Well, it depends. Some things he sells, some things he passes along, some things he studies. I know he's been trying to find something inside there for a while, which, as you quite adeptly noted, you're right, we don't work together too often anymore. But he asked me to help him with that. I don't know yet what it is. I only know he's trying to nab something big from inside, from underneath the Weavesguard's nose. As for what it is, I'm not sure. And as far as what he'll do with it, I do not know. But other things, as I said, it varies. He can sell, he can trade, he can just study. He's been fascinated by a few things for a little while now, but I think if anyone, you ought to ask him about them.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. And she stands up.
I just stay sitting.
Kezia,
Are you going?
I don't know why you're here. Do try to be safe. And she just walks away.
After she leaves, I just wave Morak over. And I kick the box towards him and I say, "There's your junk," and then I'm gonna go upstairs.
Alrighty.
Well, I mean, I was going to make a okay, I guess you don't want to have a drink with your friends. Morak's like
And
sufficiently buzzed.
Hey,
As he says that, I turn and I say, "For your sake and mine, we are not friends."
Yeesh.
And I'm going to walk upstairs.
DM.
Yeah?
Does everybody see that?
I motion towards everyone, not just Morak, by the way.
Okay, so we all heard that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was your question?
It's okay. She
how-
does this sometimes.
How much of that could I lip read?
You know what? Because it's more interesting, most, if not all of it.
Understood. Thank you.
I feel like he should be able to have lip read one half of that because one half of that
That's
conversation was not facing him.
He was like 200 yards away from a random Weavesguard, and he got the whole conversation.
Yeah,
This time he's in the room. He's a little buzzed, and he's thoroughly invested.
I definitely was thoroughly invested.
What the hell?
He got the entire conversation.
Yeah, fuck it. You got you got
This
everything
dude-
except for the be safe at the end. So you as far as you're concerned, she just stood up, awkwardly paused for a bit, and then walked out.
Sure. Cool. Good to know.
Great. Well, I'm going to go get one more round because I think we all need to discuss.
Yes, please.
I'm going to walk up to the bar. Yes, sir. Can you please first zip up your pants?
Fine. I won't be
Hey, thank
happy.
you. I
about it.
appreciate that. You are a gentleman and a scholar. Can I get one round of I don't know, your finest swill for my friends over here?
He pulls out
More
pulls out
tequila.
this incredible, immaculate bottle. It looks delicious, or it looks amazing, like this high quality liquor. And then he spins it around and like in Comic Sans font right on it, and like slightly, it's just messy ink. It says swill.
Thank you. I will carry all of the drinks over, distribute them. He says, "Well, I know it's been a long journey. I know we all just met each other. But yeah, I just wanted to say, like, we've been through some shit individually before meeting each other. I wanted to say, this is to finally being an us for once instead of a them.
And Ode grabs her cup and slams it down on the table, and she says, Morak, you have been quoting the play Rent all day.
You know Rent? It's my favorite play. I literally quote it all the time.
Oh my god.
Oh my
And
goodness.
it's just like open mouth, and she's like, it's the third most popular running play in Catharsis.
Yes, I know. Have you seen the one at the Lower Cathartian Theater that came out like 3 years ago?
I've seen the children's version
Okay,
of Rent.
so you know when at the beginning of the play they always say, we'd like to thank the Tusk Frames for allowing us to do this. But they say that for all the plays, but that one they said we'd like to give a special thanks to the Tusk Frames. That was my family. We added money to the production, and it's the best play ever.
Sounds like a lot of privilege to me.
You also hear from the bartender the Hyo and Kyoma thing, like, wish we could have fucking heard that play instead of this.
I'm sorry. Fuck, man.
So good. It's about a bunch of young people living in Catharsis after the Great War, and they're dealing with how to find themselves in a post-war Catharsis, and they're all dealing with turquoise fever, and it's very sad, but the music is awesome.
Right, I just you're integrating the quotes into your speech pattern.
I've literally always been doing that.
Do you have a favorite quote?
There's one where the opposite of war isn't peace, it's creation. I say that a lot.
Wow, okay.
Yes.
And I thought I liked plays. I kind of thought that was my thing.
Oh, I just like Rent.
Oh, right, okay.
Yes, I don't really watch anything else.
All right, well, we should talk about that sometime. And speaking of plays, and she looks over at Ken.
I like the idea that you guys have a one-shot where it's just you guys trying to put on a production of Fantasy Rent.
Did
Ow.
anyone else pick up on, does anyone know what Rent is about?
Nope.
I do.
Not
Vaguely.
It's about a bunch of people in the 80s?
Late 80s.
In the late 80s, dealing with paying rent because they're artists and they don't want to give up their souls to the man, and also living with AIDS.
Oh.
Which Eric converted into turquoise fever.
Because I looked up fantasy D&D, like canonical D&D diseases, and apparently turquoise fever was something in 2E.
Nice.
I almost said orc AIDS, but that would have been a bad.
So Sonny, whenever you want to forget something bad that you regret, how do you do it?
Are you familiar with the concept of magnets?
Are those the things that go and then like pull things to other things?
No, you're thinking of telekinesis. That's a high-level mage spell, as far as I know.
Fucking mages. Remember, we don't know
But-
if mages are...
Kate, we know that you did a good job because you did what you were trying to do. Like, Ode's like lowering her voice. She's like, we know that.
Like Kay, you did it so good. I actually thoroughly believe, like, if this was the first time ever seeing you perform, I would thoroughly believe that this man will never tell a good story in his life.
You see his eyes begin to well up with tears, and he grabs that tequila bottle again, takes a big old swig, and goes, I know!
Hey, guys, I don't think I've ever been this intoxicated in my life.
You had a
It's a
water,
great-
Artuk.
Actually, Artek, I noticed you were paying pretty close attention, so when our friends were talking.
I start, as a response, in a sort of drunken state, parroting word for word back and forth between the two of them.
Oh god.
Oh my god.
Even Arsung's a better actor than I have.
Ode like raises up her arms to stop it. Well, actually, we should probably just know this information.
Yeah.
I, note, become a little more conscious of what I'm doing partway and look around for a moment, and then I, start whispering it a little more, and start to tell them sort of the abbreviated version of what I heard at the very.
Alrighty.
Huh. Well, what do you all make of that?
I maintain what I said earlier. We should, we need to talk to Kezia about all this at some point here, and now's probably not a bad time for it, though. The mild intoxication doesn't mix well with mild interrogation.
Ode coughs into her paw. Tris.
That's what I said. I'm not. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, we can try it. Okay. Shall we? She seems like she's in a great mood. I'm sure there's no way this could go wrong.
I think Artie was saying now would not be the time to do it.
Yeah, I think he was suggesting
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Oh, I'm not going to be feeling good tomorrow.
At our earliest ability.
Yes, we will all meet at the market at the honey stand for breakfast.
Sure, and then we'll go somewhere a little bit more private.
Well, okay, I'm good with that, but shouldn't we know Triss's plan of when she wants to meet up with these people? If she wants to meet up with them tonight, shouldn't we know that?
That's fair. Yeah, we might want to, just try to take a minute, collect ourselves a little bit, and sooner than later might be worthwhile, just for the sake of the time scale this is moving at.
Yes, and we should also bring all of the items in this random chest that I just found on the ground.
Yeah.
To
Agreed.
There.
well, yes, I will go do that. And do you all want to go talk to Kezia?
Tris.
Sure. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Sorry,
God, we're so fucking bad at
no,
this.
I just forgot that one.
Drinks loosen the tongue.
Like the combination of ice cream and alcohol makes me forget things.
What the hell is ice cream?
We had it when we were in Glint.
Oh,
Canonical.
fuck.
Yes.
Oh, how I long to taste the supple sweetness of anything.
Is that something that you will watch one day?
One day,
Sonny,
I will-
have you been drinking alcohol also? Or
I zap my
No.
fucking cortex with a magnet, baby.
I didn't
That's a new
understand any of
thing.
that.
That's a new thing we're working on. I put a small magnet near his head, and it makes his eyes twitch, and it's quite funny.
Have you seen the feature film 9?
Oh my god.
Okay, I'm going to go bring the chest to the little sleepy boy's room. And if he wakes up, I'm going to tell him a great story about Grumsh.
Okay, while he's doing that, I feel like Ken, we need to have you be
Sober.
in a better state, and Ode kind of slides the tequila bottle away from him, and she's like, "You really seriously did good at what you were trying to do up there."
It hurt to do. I had to sacrifice what I held dear. So I've always loved stories, and I just had to tell the worst one I could ever fucking imagine.
Well, hey, actually, if you think about it, you sacrificed something to help protect our group, and it was painful, but we appreciate it, and if you're gonna follow that tendency of wanting to protect us, then you did that in a way that was really, really important to us, and you actually didn't put yourself in any more danger from it.
I guess I'll work on sobering up, and he's gonna just slap his face on both sides repeatedly.
Hey, it worked.
Here, Ken, you want a old tribal hangover cure?
Sure. What's that?
I take out a bottle that I've been carrying with me for quite some time, and it's sort of got like a brown it's almost like a powder in it, but it like packs easily. And I take just a little bit of it out and I go, put this under your tongue and just chew on it for a couple of minutes.
Powdered poop.
All right, does it right away. No
All right,
question.
it tastes rancid, but you could believe this might sober you up, but it tastes rancid.
I'm not sure if it was the taste or actual, but my mind is fucking crystal clear. Jesus. I mean, Cuthbert.
All right. I mean, with that being said,
What was that?
a little secret. I'll tell you at some point.
You'll tell me when I'm older?
Precisely.
Actually, I don't know if now's the best time for this, but do you remember our friend Murray Artuck?
Yes.
Well, I got a potion from him that's like purple and gray and blue and like pretty splooshy. And I'm definitely I thought we could like analyze it and tell what it does. Apparently we can't do that. So if you ever want to see if you can apply some of your herd's like understanding to it, maybe not in this city, but at some point we can come back to that.
Yeah, I can give it a shot at some point.
You gotta love D&D where you can steal powers from a different timeline of existence, but you can't tell what's in the bottle.
Yep. All right, let's go talk to Tris.
Agreed.
I feel like we need to catch up with Sunny more because Eric just got here, but...
Well, Sonny,
Yeah.
Sonny, would you like to lead this conversation with Tris?
I'm not sure who the hell Tris is right now, actually.
It's the short
Kezia.
class.
Kezia.
Short human.
It's a short person?
Yeah, yes,
A very familiar one.
a very familiar short lass that we traveled with.
Oh wait, is she from all the way fucking back? Is she the
Oh my god.
Oh no, he's been hitting the magnet too hard.
look, okay, hold on. Is she from Cerulean Eye?
No. Here, just come along.
Eric, it's Kezia's fake name. It's Kezia's fake name.
You can't fucking do this to me, guys.
That was fucking comedy gold.
Hey, Eric, don't worry. All the monster people didn't think about having fake names, I don't think. We didn't.
So wait, hold
Arda
on.
did.
No
So
one
you want wait. You want me to go talk to somebody who is currently in our party?
Well, okay, here, let me explain. Sunny, thank you for staying with our friend, who we're his name is Z. She
I
nods.
suppose so.
Yes.
Yeah.
Our
So-
friendly bread baker, Z.
So thank you for staying
yeah.
with Z. But while you were staying with him, we had a conversation where Artie and was it Morak had both noticed that our friend Tris has some important history in this town that she's pretty uncomfortable talking about, but we feel is pretty important to get out there so that we're all on the same page about where we're going into, especially moving forward from here. So we wanted to give her the opportunity to talk to us about that. Kind of just be open and get out everything we would need to know.
So Kezia is going to tell us all about the shit in the town.
Oh my god.
You know what? Yes. Yes.
I mean,
I don't
sorry.
know why you keep calling Tris by her middle name, but yes.
So, and Sonny like gives like a big old wink. So Tris, wink, 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 is going to tell us everything she knows about this place. Wink, 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 wink.
I don't know if the second set of winks is necessary, but yes.
That's
What
the
was?
hokey way.
Would you like one more to make my point clear? Wink, 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 wink.
Hen's eyes are suddenly drifting back to the bottle of tequila.
Morak, Eric's in the bathroom, but Morak, is this what you meant by the eye twitching thing?
Yes.
It must be.
He keeps winking.
Okay. Wait. And my role in this is to trick Kezia into
No.
revealing more about her life here.
No, we're trying to convince her that we're all friends here and that we should all be open and honest with each other.
But in an underhanded sort of way.
No. No.
Ah, no! Wink, 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 wink.
You know what? Fuck it. Sure.
All right.
I'm so curious, you guys.
This is the best way this conversation could have played out.
This feels like we're actually trying to like do something important while we're all drunk.
Well, half of us are.
That's very true.
All right, we go up and talk to Kezia. We grab Morak on the way there.
Oh no, I need to be alone. Stuff.
Okay.
I'm making sure that all the magic items are okay in the room alone.
We'll
Wait,
come
okay,
back
wait,
to
wait, wait.
that
That-
later.
That was a weird way to put that.
Where are our magic items?
They're in a lead box that probably has the words "Do not frickin' open" on it.
So why are they bringing it into the city?
Because you
We
guys hate
paid them to.
them.
They're also apparently all about to be fondled by Morak. Jesus.
I know.
There is an extendable wand in there.
Yeah.
Additionally, you didn't technically say to Morak, don't open it.
I know.
Morak gave someone money to bring his shit into the city, and then he gave it to him, and he's gonna hide and take his shit out.
Let me play with my toys, Mom.
In any case, Sonny, you start heading up towards Kezia.
Oh,
Wait, is it Sunny or all of us?
Everyone except Morak, I think.
Yep.
Okay. When you guys get up there, Kezia's like leaning out the window, looking up, looking down.
Is she gonna kill herself?
It's a first story. It's a first story.
Oh, she's gonna kill herself poorly.
No, she's a halfling, actually. At this point, it is a lethal
Kezia is
distance.
2 feet tall, so therefore that's like a lot.
Jeez, you're right.
Oh my goodness.
And there's a little bell tinkling noise that you guys hear whenever you guys walk into the room, and
Oh,
Kezia
yeah.
looks back at you.
Fucking suicide theme music.
Oh my god.
Ah.
That is up to you.
They were
And so,
telling you,
wait,
prove
am I
Kezia
going
that you're
into
her
this alone, or is
friend.
everybody fucking following me into the fucking room for this conversation?
Oh, we're all gonna be there.
That's so fucking awkward, bud.
That's true. That is
Well,
really
I mean,
true.
if you want it to be just you can say that.
Yeah, you could request
All right,
that.
okay. Right at the door, Sonny like turns around and sees this fucking line of people and says, do you mind?
Fair.
Just real quick, let's go back over your tactics here.
Oh my god, no. Sonny walks
Okay, you
in.
know what?
Hold on.
No,
Sonny,
no,
wait,
no,
wait,
no.
wait,
Fuck
wait,
this.
wait, wait,
Kezia's
wait,
not
wait,
even
wait,
in there.
wait.
She's gone. She's
Sonny-
gone.
Sonny looks directly at Ken and he says, what?
Never, just fucking go. You're gonna do what you're gonna do regardless of what I say, just go.
That's fucking right. I'm gonna do that. And he walks through the door. He fucking looks dead in the eye of Ken. He says, I have a soul now. I'll do what I want. And he walks through the door.
We've created a monster.
Yeah, technically someone created the monster 30 years ago. The monster just got self-awareness.
That egg fucking cracked, baby.
Kezia. You see Sonny.
Hi, Sonny. I thought you were chilling with Zeka.
And Sonny is still in his fucking
Yeah.
rodeo outfit right now.
Road.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
We need an alias that's a fun name for this at some point, but we'll come up with that later.
It's the Frisco kid.
Okay.
Well, howdy there, Kezia.
Sunny.
All right, I don't think I can do the voice for very long.
You don't have to do the voice.
Whew, what a relief to me.
What do you want?
So, I'm gonna cut straight to the chase
I
because
just picture them all with their ears to the door.
Oh yeah.
one moment, and Sonny goes back to the door and he like pounds on it a bit, and he says, "Fuck off."
You hear 3 heads hit the door.
As he pounds on the door, you hear, "Oh God, I know."
I don't know what's going up there.
Doorknob just conks him in the head.
My apologies. Look, Kezia, I don't want to be presumptuous, but I believe you have some history in this town that perhaps the rest of us are not currently aware of.
Yeah, I literally said I was from here.
Yes, but you perhaps didn't say more than, "I am from here."
Well, I was hoping it would never become relevant.
Yes, about that. Seeing as we are here on a mission to rescue the mentor of a dear friend, I am becoming of the opinion that perhaps it is relevant.
See, I see your point. I understand the point that you're making, but at the same time, no. Because if everything goes well, you're never going to meet them.
Ah, yes. If everything goes well. Kezia, I would like you to take a journey with me. A journey perhaps of the mind.
Sunny, are you okay?
Yes. Oh, I am so good.
Hitting the magnets real
Back
hard.
to perhaps the nice logging village in which we were in. Remember? With the druids and the dear Mr. Spinstack. Remember how well that went?
Everyone lived.
Did they? I remember one poor horse, which was not quite fit to fight after that dear encounter. Think back to the encounter in the mountain. Think about that.
Are you comparing yourself to a horse?
I mean, what is life if not all equal, perhaps? I'm not sure, honestly, at this point. I'm still coming to terms with my own mortality. Look, Kezia, what I'm trying to say is things have not gone well for us historically. We are coming through by the skin of our teeth at every fucking turn. Okay? In the rest of my life, I have been a machine. I have been working towards a singular goal, which I have had no say in. And I didn't care if I lived or died. But now I have a say in that. I have a say in what the rest of my life is. And quite honestly, I want every advantage that lends itself towards me surviving in this. And if you have any opportunity to provide us information which might help us get through this, that would be the choicest delicacy I have ever tasted. And mind you, I've only crammed fucking bread into my fucking chest.
Inspiration, you get it.
Yeah.
So, not to put you on the particular spot, but
Getting back on track.
I feel like I have been very candid in my life so far. Not that it is particularly complex or particularly interesting, but I feel like together, as a group, we owe each other at least that much. But I feel like we can trust each other. Certainly we can trust each other with our lives, and we've proved that several times over. And if there's anything to trust beyond that, I don't know. If you can trust each other with your lives, you can certainly trust each other with where you've been.
Okay.
And here's where it's revealed Kezia hunted Warforged for a while.
Oh, fuck me. Fuck me,
Okay.
right.
No, that's somewhat fair, but at the same time. Okay, speedrun.
And if I'm wrong, pardon me, please. I've only had a soul for about, I don't know, a week?
I mean, haven't you had one for like 30 years? Just because you didn't know you had something doesn't mean you didn't have it.
I'm still hazy on the point, to be honest.
Okay, Sunny. You're right in the sense that if someone trusts oneself or trusts another with their life, then they can trust them with other things. But I suppose that depends on how one values one's own life. Regardless, I can't help but understand what you stated in regards to being a machine with only one purpose. Because that was most of my life. And I basically helped to acquire things for a person who trained me to do exactly that. But what happened in the past does not matter unless it will affect the present. And so, if you ever see a gnomish man with purple eyes, or that woman I was with before, and you do not have anyone else around, you run. Because I don't know if what we were doing was actually good or not. And I fear it was not.
Territories, land, influence, things. It's all the same. It doesn't matter what you were sent to acquire. I understand what it's like to serve someone else's means blindly and completely. That's been my life. But that doesn't define who we are now and what we do now. I mean, look at me. And Sonny kind of like gestures himself up and down. I'm wearing clothes. I've never done this before. This is me for the first time, without inhibitions, without a motive beyond myself. I'm wearing pants. I was
Okay.
created for a purpose by an unknown creator at this point. But if I can find my own way, I am sure you can too. We're not only the products of our past. I hope we can become more than that. Because if not, quite frankly, I believe I am doomed. But I believe there's a chance to become more than our past. And for you, if there's a chance for me, there's a chance for you.
Okay. I don't think that's necessarily true, but I appreciate the words nonetheless.
And Sonny like once more like gestures to his pants like, I mean, you see?
Sonny, you're funny. Okay. But I see what you're trying to say, but I don't know if... What do you want, Sonny?
What do I want?
Yeah.
And Sonny kind of like looks to the side and looks down. I want to help my friends. And Kezia, and he kind of puts his hand on her shoulder, you're one of my friends. And as far as I'm concerned, if that kills me, that's how I want to go.
But Sonny...
I've died once, and I died fighting for an empire which I was created to fight for. I had perhaps no say in that. But now I know what I do is my choice, and this is my choice. So whatever you tell us, whatever information you give us, if that helps us, I'll act on it. And if you believe it won't, I don't need to know it. But I'll follow you. I'll follow Zeka. I'll follow Morak, Ode, Kin, Artak, any of us. But I know I've got the strength now to help you. And if you help me help you, I'll follow you all anywhere.
Okay. Then we may need to destroy a thieves' guild.
I will destroy any thieves guild any day for you.